Love in the ocean, but if you wanna go insane, either way, baby, we could go on. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I'm knowing your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress and gone. Flex and hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage. You got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle.
We could do it all night. We could go all night. Love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane, either way, baby, we could go on. We could do it all night. We could go all night, all night. Do we heal, do we bleed? I'ma follow your lead. We could go all night.
I've been calm, cool, collected, but you pushing on my nerves, and I'm knowing your intention, I'm under pressure. Okay, I'm admitting that a couple things I said got acidic in the tone, in the presence I get careless. Long as you know I come with imperfections. When you look at me, you see the soul through my flesh. You something special. Know you looking bomb, the way you dress and gone. Flex and hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage. You got the upper handle on the situation. You worthy of a million more of the storms that we weather. We fight retreating, then fuck, but you trying to kill the cycle. When nobody's stressing that body like me, I know the way you like it. I treat you like a queen, run the castle.
We could do it all night. We could go all night.
Hey everybody, I am back. I had some computer issues. Me and Green Vegan fixed it, okay? And yes, TikTok is back. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that my damn TikTok is back, okay? Because I was irritated as hell, okay, that I couldn't have my TikTok. I didn't understand why they're going to take my TikTok away. And at the end of the day, I love the TikTok shop because I am over there shopping my ass off over there at the TikTok shop. Okay. So, you know, it took me and Green Vegan like 45 minutes to figure it out. Girl, I didn't delete my account. Okay. I did not, Boss Lady New Jersey. I did not delete my account because I was like, I worked my ass off to build my TikTok community. And at the end of the day, I'm about to get monetized on my TikTok. Okay. I'm about to get monetized on my TikTok. So that's why I was so upset. It is easier. The community over there in TikTok, it's way better than YouTube. I'm sorry. People over there leave comments. People over there watch your videos. People over there, if you buy something, look, I'm telling you, I love my TikTok. I was irritated. I told Green, you said, I tell you, TikTok is gone. I said, gone where? I did not believe that they was gonna take my TikTok away. And when she texted me and said TikTok is gone, I went to my TikTok. I was like, it was like that black thing. It's discontinued right now. I was like, oh my God, people was crying. I understood, you know.
Not crying.
People was crying over, you know, I just feel like this. Why we can't find a solution to just not ban it, just find a American buyer for the US half. Okay, because the TikTok community is hella cool. They like your videos, they leave comments. You know, I'm just saying people are losing money because that's how people make extra money and stuff. My thing is just leave it alone right now. People like, you know, entrepreneurs are over there making money, and I believe they want to send everybody back to work, working that 9 to 5. And I ain't got nothing wrong working that 9 to 5, but I'm just saying people are making money just being at home with their kids. They got mamas who working at home with their children.
People are sorry.
You know, I'm just saying it was just not right to take the TikTok away. And so I'm just happy it's back. Okay. I'm just happy it's back. That, you know, it's back. Hold on 1 minute. Green Vegan, you go ahead and talk real quick.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, chat. You know what? This is really crazy because, I mean, there's so many different conspiracy theories out there, that when this situation happened, because I don't know, and this is really going deep, 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 but, they had, banned abortions, right? And the reason why they wanted to ban abortions because they needed more people to work in their factories. They needed, and people wasn't really having babies. Everybody's having like cats and dogs and, as pets and stuff. And so they were saying that that's the reason why they, did that so people can have more babies and stuff. And then they're like, okay, the situation's happening, where they want to build the wall and wall to keep people from Mexico coming into the city. That's workers, right? That work in these different, so quote unquote, what they call them, black jobs. So and it's like people nowadays, they're making their own way. Like they don't have to be forced to, work like a 9 to 5 and all that kind of stuff. Basically, what's happening right now is that people are, having making their own way, right? So now, like people are in TikTok and they're having these like TikTok stores and they're getting monetized and they're making revenue, doing their own creative content. They're like, what we gonna do,
Right.
right? And
Um,
anytime, oh, go
hey,
ahead.
Kelly, one more. D Ham, I hit you up on the Instagram, okay? So let me in and I hit you up on the Instagram, okay? So I just want to let you know, let me in because I want to hit you up on the Instagram, okay? And I appreciate it. I love my birthday song, okay? I play it all the time.
Hey,
Okay.
Mitchie, Boss Lady, Derek.
Yes.
You're
So
welcome.
I'm happy that TikTok is back, okay? Oh, thank you for just
Muffy, Hi, Red Wings,
I'm happy it's back because I
Eham.
I just got a little smartwatch. It's almost like the Apple Watch, but it was off the TikTok shop. It does everything that Apple Watch does, but it's only was $14. And so that's why I was like, I got shit off the TikTok shop. I got some collagen medicine I need to take. I got some face stuff in my face. I got
You
some.
didn't take that collagen yet?
Yes, I have, and I've been feeling better. Okay, I've been feeling better. The
No,
collagen.
I seen her face today. It do look good. It do look good.
So I've been.
But we look a mess.
Look at my
I got stuff on my face. I'm sorry. I would have came on camera, but I got stuff on my face.
But the collagen is. I ordered some body canvas, by body glaze by Stormy Steels from Love and Marriage Huntsville. All that stuff is inexpensive on the TikTok shop.
I want to see your face, Muffy, when you finish, when you start taking your stuff too.
Yeah,
Now,
so
everybody's taking this. Everybody's taking this. What do you call it? This collagen. We got to look good.
yeah, and they said it's good. It's good for women, okay? And so I ordered this other stuff for my face and stuff. I'm telling you, I'm shoot. I love the TikTok shop. My cart is full over there too. Okay, it's still full over there with some more stuff I want, most stuff I need.
So let me just tell you this. So do you think they did this to scare people, like a scare tactic? Because when they shut it down, it was crazy how it just spread like wildfire. People was like going into depression, saying, "Are we gonna get paid?" Like all this stuff is happening. So do you really think like they did this just to kind of scare like a scare tactic, to show like the power that they really have?
It said that it wasn't gonna be shut down until. Excuse me, hold on a minute. It said it won't be shut down until the 19th. That was Sunday, but we was over
Today's
in
Sunday.
well, it was Sunday at like midnight.
Midnight? Okay.
Midnight East Coast time, I believe, because they shut it down. So I believe, but the thing is, Donald Trump takes office tomorrow.
Yes, that's true.
So why were they doing that? Host, where's the link at? Didn't I see? Derek, check your email. I sent you the link. Okay. I sent you the link. Okay, check your email. Okay. But The thing is, I'm just saying, couldn't we had a better solution to make people like freak out? Because it almost felt like they was controlling us in a sense.
Do you know what Red Zone is? Red Zone and Lemon 8. Oh, I heard about those different apps.
There's some new apps, but you know what? I cannot do any more apps.
She can't. Please don't give her no more apps. We struggling with StreamYard. She don't ask me about TikTok because I don't do TikTok. But anything else, she knows she can come to me. But you can't do all these apps.
It's enough. It's enough. I do YouTube.
Oh my god.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I don't want no more apps. My mind can't function. Okay, I don't want no more apps. I'm not going. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because it's too much. It's too much. Okay, I find myself on my break, on my lunch break, on my 15-minute break at work. I find myself on my TikTok, my YouTube. I'm trying to comment. I'm trying to do this. I find myself like I try not to wake up in the morning, look at my phone. I'm trying to discipline myself, like give myself 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes, and that's it. But shit, I can't help. I do more than 30 minutes. I be looking at everything. So I'm trying to stay present with my kids and still have my TikTok, my YouTube, my presence on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. So I'm trying to prioritize my time, like Kelly said. So
But,
giving myself,
I just want to just say, like with Michi said, I hope I'm saying your name right. But it says we have power, But the thing about it is, it takes numbers for power, and it's just too many people who are just scared. They won't break away from it. Like if you guys remember when Black Lives Matter and the NBA shut down, and then that was actually a time where, like, if all the black athletes would have just made their own team, like everybody would have went broke. But they was too scared to do it. They could have made, 10 times the amount of money that they're making, but they were too like scared. Like people don't want to take a chance, And even like with TikTok, it's like I told so many, including just Andrea. I said, Andrea, have you downloaded your stuff? And she was like, nope. And everybody who have TikToks, I asked them, did you download your stuff? They was like, nope, nope, nope. And see me, I don't have a lot of stuff on TikTok, maybe like 9 pictures. So I was never into it. But the first thing I started doing was downloading the stuff down on my phone just to have it. But a lot of times people are just like, hey, Mommy Goddess. But a lot of times people just was like, no, because like, who was that boss lady was saying, like, there's Red Zone, there's Lemon apps. But I think too, at the same time, you got just Andrea, what is the app that what does they say? Do it for the gram, not for the gram. Do it for Vine, huh?
Fan base too.
Oh my God, fan base. That was a flop, right?
No, it's not a flop. It's a black owned fan base, but
nobody do fan base.
That's when he been all on the gram telling everybody to go over
there.
Red
Wings.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah. Shout out to that great vegan.
Okay, here we go. What you gonna say, Derek? Oh, he froze. See, God is good.
Yeah. Look here, real quick. I'm about to step in here for the football game about to start, but I did want to give a quick opinion on the whole thing with the TikTok.
Mm.
To me, I think if they're going to cut your voice off for speaking, whether you believed in the vaccine or not, if they're going to take your voice take the thing off TikTok, but I'm sure you know that the Chinese version of TikTok is nothing like the American version.
Yes,
they give us the bottom of the barrel of everything, and it's my understanding. Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Are you going? Can I finish my point?
Go ahead.
I was simply saying, everybody is so quick to be so politically correct. Everybody want to cancel somebody for their point of view, this, that, and the third. Well, it's my understanding based off what I've been looking into about TikTok as an example. what we allow in this country, and you should have freedom of speech. That's the beautiful thing about America. But the fact is, the stuff that we will accept, they won't. So I heard Trump is saying he's supposed to like put an extension on this ban or whatever. But if nothing else, bare minimum, if they gonna regulate you on YouTube, TikTok should be regulated as well. It was a time where you could say whatever the fuck you wanted to on YouTube without no recourse. And that's as it should be. But since we're in this era of canceling everything, I'm in that camp now. If you're going to cancel folks for their views on what happened in 2021, damn it, you should do the same with this TikTok shit. Some of the worst shit on the planet is on TikTok for what I've been looking at. But we take that. But the Chinese who made it, they won't have that. So I'm with them. I think some should be regulated. That's all.
Okay. Well, of course the Chinese.
Hello.
Yes, of course the Chinese control their stuff. They're not a democracy. Okay, it's a dictatorship. So of course they're gonna be controlling everything. They're controlling everything in China. That's common sense. We know that. So it's yes, the American version is different. It's obvious it's gonna be different. Of course that. So we want our TikTok back. Okay, I'm the people who want our TikTok back. We shop over there, people over there, and you know what? Okay. It's so funny because y'all, us black people, y'all kill me. Y'all really kill me because you know
y'all always do.
We're trying to make it out here. We're trying to work our butt out. I know my friend Mama Goddess is over there on TikTok, and honey, I know she's be working her ass off on her channel. Okay, so yes, mine ain't monetized now, but yes, she over there working her ass off, giving them readings and everything. And we built our TikTok from the ground up. Okay, yes.
Okay, well, Miss Litch, I can say the same thing. I can make.
At the end of the day, it's TikTok. Okay, we're not over there on TikTok trying to get political views. We're not doing that. We're not over there. We're not over there. Hold on a minute. We're not there.
Leo.
Trying to tell other folks what to do. We ain't over there. We over there having a good time. We over there shopping. We over there trying to find cheaper products. We over there trying to keep our family.
I hear you.
Buy our kids something cheaper over there. And all I'm saying, I can't stand
and get our face beat.
I can't stand when folks try to tell us what to do, where to be at, where to be on, and how to do it. Because my thing is, when you got Americans over there working their ass off on their TikTok, okay, buying products, selling products, and we're liking their products, and now that's their business. Okay, that's how they make money. And some mothers are working at home on their TikTok.
Ms. Lynch, I understand all that, and I just said, as Americans, you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. But you know that that's not the case on this platform.
Please do not cuss on the platform, Derek.
Okay, so you censor speech too as well, right, vegan?
It's the Lord's Day. Let's keep it nice.
Yes, ma'am. Respect. But you see, you get my point. Okay, see, everybody want to regulate everything. If we gonna open it up for everything, open it up all the way around. So that's the angle I'm coming from. If they can ban even with Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg just said last week they're gonna let go of the fact checkers and they're gonna get rid of all this nonsense. You should be able to say whatever you want, even if it offends somebody. My free speech don't stop because you offended. It don't work like that. That's my only point. And so, yeah, I think if you're on TikTok and you can get your money, yes, but many thousands of folks were monetized on this platform, but they lost all of that for simply having a point of view. But the Chinese government would not have none of the mess, none of the bull crap that we have on ours. So in that vein, it should be regulated. But see, people want their TikTok so bad, they sounded like Andrea Lynch.
But we live in America, and in America you have freedom of speech. In China, you do not have freedom of speech. So they do regulate everything that they do. If you look at China, TikTok, they're educating their kids. They're not able to have violence and all this kind of stuff. You will get taken down. It's different. But the thing about out here in America, we have the right and we have the choice to pick and choose. I think Boss Lady said that.
I don't
Pick
see
and choose what we choose to look at. I don't go to certain parts of YouTube. I don't go to certain parts of TikTok. I go, it's like a shopping store, like a supermarket. I go in there, I get what I want, I leave. Period.
Yes, ma'am. And
You do not
right,
have
and I
to
understand.
expose yourself to it. So, I mean, I think too, I don't know your situation, Derek, and I'm sorry that, whatever happened to you, whatever, but the government, I don't know, for whatever reason. I mean,
Well,
that's why we have
I
to
can.
use certain languages. We have to use, we don't say certain keywords. And I've known that, like, you might have to say, oh, corn or grape. We can get
Right.
around that.
Exactly, and that's my point. That's my only point. That's my only point right there. See, just what you said right there. That goes against everything of being an American. You should be able to say it. However, again, my free speech don't stop just because you're offended. All right, but the way we've gotten it now, everybody's so PC now that we
Right.
better say certain words. We need to say we have to use kid gloves because we don't want to offend anybody. And see, that's what I'm on. So yes, everything you just said, I have always said on the 4 channels pre to this one. But I know where we at. I know America and the people who own these platforms. That's the reason why I say, sorry, it's not yours. It's not. It should be your voice. This is the public square, and I should be able to say whatever, however. And if you don't like it, you simply change your station. But to absolutely
No,
just
no,
cut
no,
people off
no,
from
no.
there,
I disagree with that,
yeah.
Mr. Derek, because this is just Andrea's her public platform. If she choose not to have you say what you want to say, she could just drop your ass. Excuse my French. She don't have to. She don't have
Wait,
to
did you just
tolerate.
use profanity?
Ass is in
Did
the
you just use?
Bible. Ass is in the
Is it?
Bible. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's
Google
still
it.
profanity. Then.
So
Well,
let
let's
me
still
tell you
profanity.
something. She doesn't have to have you on her platform. Just like I'm saying, you have your own platform to say what you want to say, and you will get your tribe to
Well,
listen to what you want to listen to.
I think that's where we had a disconnect because no, this is not your platform. Because if that's the case, there would never be a thing of anybody being censored or banned if it was mine only. But I have to run through a third party, which is YouTube or TikTok, and they have what they call community standards. However, if you understand American history as even if it's offensive, it should be put out on the public square. So I think that's where we had a disconnect. I'm not saying that no one should be on TikTok. Have at it. But if we're going to regulate on certain platforms, they should regulate on all of them. But see, we
They
pick and
don't.
choose, and that's
You
all I'm
saying
saying.
they don't?
That's all.
You saying they don't?
Well, clearly, from what I've seen, yeah. If you can say and do whatever on TikTok for the most part, where it's certain buzzwords on YouTube, you'll get struck or have your channel taken. That's an issue, especially as we understand what it takes of
But do
being
you hear
free and
it? But do you
speak
hear
your
what you're
mind in America.
saying? But
I
you
hear
hear what you're
exactly what you're
saying.
saying.
So basically,
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying is TikTok and YouTube have two different standards, right? But then in the same breath, you have to know TikTok is not by America. That's
right.
the issue. America doesn't run TikTok. China does, and China feel the need to let Americans do whatever the hell they want to do, and that's
Mm-hmm.
totally fine. Now, yes, you're saying this, but that's a whole nother country. That's a whole nother country. So, I mean, you're like comparing bananas to hot dogs. You cannot. Now, once
Okay.
TikTok becomes
If I could just interject.
Americanized, if they do,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Well, the thing is, vegan, is that YouTube is in China as well. So that can I can use what you say in reverse. My only point is
Of course,
my only point.
everybody know in China is gonna be regulated,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
not gonna have what we do on YouTube in China. That's common
right.
sense.
And the Americans were going to regulate what's coming out of TikTok, just like how the Americans regulate stuff on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. It's supposed to be social media. It's supposed to be a public quote platform, but I know it's not. It's the people who created this platform. That's the reason. Again, that's the reason why I said their tool. Because if it was our tool, we should be able to say whatever without any punishment. But we know that's not the case. That's all.
Okay.
So when I heard that they were gonna ban it, I don't think you should ban anything, but regulation, I'm definitely for that, because if they can regulate YouTube, Facebook, and everything else, and these are global companies, the same can be applied for TikTok. That was my only point.
Any platform you're on, okay, on social media, they're gonna have regulation. Just like you go to your damn job and you got a
Yeah.
uniform, you have a job uniform to wear. Okay, it's almost it's gonna have regulation. Any platform you on is gonna have regulations. You follow the rules, or you're gonna be banned, or you're gonna be shut down, or your page is gonna be deleted. That's just it. Common sense.
Okay. Well, like I said again, if that's the case, it should be applied all across the board. That's all I was saying. Because because the fact is, you are putting up content on their platform, right? And so I know you're a subject to their rules. I got all that. I take it from me. I definitely understand that. I was just simply saying that the Americans, based off the filth and a whole bunch of stuff that is on TikTok, some in this country want to regulate, just like how YouTube regulates certain things. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't think they should. I actually don't think they should ban it. You should be able to say and do whatever, however you want, so long as you ain't hurt nobody. But my words don't do nothing to you at all. That's all.
Are you on
Your
TikTok?
actions. No, I'm not. I want no
Well, maybe
parts
you
of
should
it.
go to TikTok, Derek.
Thank
But
you.
you know what? Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Hey, Mama
Hi,
Goddess.
Mama Goddess,
hi,
salute.
my goddess.
How y'all feeling?
Shanita Marie, salute.
Stop
Hey,
doxing people on this YouTube. You calling Andrea by her last name? You calling Mama Goddess her full government name?
I said
Child.
Shanita Marie, she's known as that. Are you trying to regulate my speech, vegan? You sound like you're trying to regulate my speech. You sound
look,
like sound like you're trying to censor me, ma'am.
I don't have a drop button.
you know what? This
See
is
what
gonna
you see?
sound controversial what I'm about to say.
Mhm.
And I'm not a controversy type of person all the time. But contrary to popular beliefs, I agree with Derek.
What?
And so listen. If you're going to regulate one, regulate them all. I get that 100%. But I don't really feel like personally that this was about regulating the voice of the people in America as it relates to TikTok. I feel like it's deeper than that
Hi, real life.
because it's not even about the voice that they're taking away. What they had initially said back in 2020, 2022 when Trump was in office.
When Donald Trump wanted to ban it.
He wanted to ban it because they were saying that
National
China
security.
was taking our it was a national security, and they were taking our data and using it for whatever whatever they wanted to. And then classic US government changes the narrative again and says, well, it's your voice. And then that's what TikTok, the creator of TikTok or the owner of TikTok says, they're taking away your voice. Don't let them take away your voice. And so now everybody's jumping on the narrative of the voice. But initially it was about the data. So what people started to do was to flood to RedNote. RedNote is also a Chinese-based company or app that's based off in China, and people were over flooding RedNote. And I agree with all of y'all too. Was saying that it is a Chinese base and Chinese be regulating their people, but they do it for good reasons, so they can protect each other. This is why the crime rate is so low in China, because of these regulations. I wouldn't mind regulations here in Florida not in Florida, in the US, only because it's so much crime, it's so much disgust, it's so much filth. It's a sex-driven nation, and everything is disgusting here in America. So I get all y'all's points, but I will have to agree with Derek here. And as far as TikTok is concerned, for me personally, the back and forth just really pissed me off. Like, TikTok is back up and running now. I just made a post and it uploaded and everything.
Yes.
And it was like, what was it even for? What was the purpose? Because initially,
a scare tactic. It was
was
it was a scare tactic it was a scare tactic for people to be upset knowing they might lose their income. And the reason I'm saying something because I was watching Peach McIntyre with all them damn kids she got over there. Okay. But she said that she might not get paid from TikTok because they don't shut it down. So they had people worried if they gonna get their checks. Okay.
Right. And like for people like that who have like, the thousands of followers and millions of followers, they were making good, money off of that. And then for them to just take it away. Now, content creators, those who actually like create content and get paid from it, we did get an email saying that for people who, when TikTok went black, it did say that people can still, cash out and get their money and stuff like that while it's dark, and just to be patient while everything is working itself out. So people still were able to get their money, but it's the fact that how you're going to create your content without TikTok. And you can still create content, but there's just a different type of community on TikTok versus other apps. Right. And that's what the people were like really upset about.
He said it's Trump International Bank and property is also in China hiding his money. Well, okay. And Boss Lady said I seen Andrea on here saying it's bad. That's how I knew it was bad. Okay, because I'm just saying I got friends. I built a community, and I was yes,
yeah. Thank you for having Green Vegan Mama.
Thank you, Derek.
Speech or your speech or however you do so, and
you breaking up. We can't hear you.
Without fear of being punished for your speech. Okay. Am I better here?
Yeah. Okay. Stop moving.
Am I better here?
Yeah.
Okay, stop moving.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, real quick, just thank you for having me up, Andrea. I'm gonna see you around YouTube. Just for me, as I understand us as Americans, we should be able to say everything we want without fear of being punished for it and all that. But I know it's a time and place and all this other stuff. But it should be some regulations for this platform like they have for all others. That's all. So again, thank you for having me up, and salute to your chat. All right.
Okay.
All right, y'all take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, baby. Okay. I'm just hold on 1 minute.
Look, I'm not on TikTok. Mama Goddess can probably answer this question. But is there any kind of like community guidelines or rules on TikTok?
It really depends. Like I was live yesterday, and I always do like sage. I sage myself and stuff or whatever.
Right.
It started to get regulated, and it said my live got a restriction saying that I was using tobacco, like I was smoking.
Wow.
So, and that's never happened before. So that was last night, right before the ban hit. So I don't know what other regulations there are on TikTok as far as like the speech is concerned, because people have been saying fuck Trump and all this other stuff too. So, and their pages are still up. I'm just being cautious because I don't know what is going on, and they're not explaining to nothing. They're not saying nothing to us. But I know for those regulations, for me, and then certain music can't be played like here on YouTube, especially if you have a business account, because that's what I have. I have a business account on TikTok because I need to, have a TikTok shop so I can post my stuff. And yeah, I don't know what other regulations there are going to be put in place, but I do know that that's one of them.
What if TikTok was actually bought out by America? Like that's the reason why it's back, because someone bought it.
That's what Donald Trump is trying to do. They said he's trying to reprieve it for 90 days and get the American side by America.
Why wouldn't you think they would want to buy it?
Well, they
I
don't have.
really feel like it's Elon and Mark is behind this. The meta people, the meta folks. I feel like it has something to do with them.
You feel like it's got something to the part what part, the buying side, or China really didn't want to sell?
No, I mean with Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk wanted to control this whole thing and make it an American app now. Because right before the ban had happened, all of a sudden, Mark Zuckerberg made a video saying that he's taken off the restrictions and regulations for freedom of speech because the algorithm had got too, what's the word he used? It got too strict for a lot of users, and people's accounts were getting banned because of simple things. Because they were, if you say, I don't know, a cuss word or respond back harshly to a comment that was already harshly directed towards you. If you say something back and somebody report it, then that's your account and then you're banned. Or if you say something inappropriate or they deem inappropriate, your account gets blocked and you can't post on Facebook. I've had that happen to me as well. And that had begun to be a thing. And this is why I say I agree with Derek, because you had to wear kitten gloves because you couldn't say certain things without somebody getting offended or anything like that. And now all of a sudden, right before this ban happened, here comes Mark. You know what? We're going to just completely dismantle all of the restrictions of the freedom of speech. People should be able to say what they want to say and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how convenient. And then this ban happens.
But it's okay. So every platform is different. I don't know all of them because there's so many, but I know that there are, let's just go with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and X, right? I would say those are the big five, but there's lots of other ones.
Right.
Out of those, they're all different and they have different audiences. People on Instagram, they're not feeling me on YouTube. Same with Facebook. Facebook is not feeling YouTube. TikTok is not really feeling Instagram. It's a mess. Like, you have different people. There's usually usually follow people that know, but it's a whole different kind of beast, So,
It is.
me personally, I feel like, okay, like I'll say, I'm not really into TikTok, but hey, TikTok, do what you do. I know that for a fact, if you start poking into certain parts of TikTok, you will go into some really dark areas. And so does with X. It's not Twitter anymore, but even with X, you can see corn on there. You can see all kind of stuff, and it's just like crazy. And people was getting their accounts deleted, but it's like it's nuts. So, and like I said, I don't really understand about what Derek is saying. If one person, like one platform, like, and you was agreeing with this, if one platform have a certain standard, they all should have a certain standard. But I don't really believe that, because that's why people go to Corn, because you can see stuff on Corn that you can't necessarily see on Facebook or what you can see on Instagram. So you really can't have everything the same. You just have to go to that platform. And I wasn't trying to be funny with Derek, but I was just saying, it sounds like if YouTube, did this to you, whatever, I kind of heard a little bit about the backstory, then go to a platform that you can. Like, you can go to X and, oh my God, probably blow up because you got people who talk about that, or you got people on TikTok that is talking about that, and you can find a different tribe. I think what happens so many times is, even with the lemon aid and I forgot the other thing that's coming out. Fanbase, no, the Red Wing or something like that. Like, even with those platforms, even with those platforms, it's like that's a whole different kind of platform. You know what I'm saying? But I remember Fanbase, but Fanbase it's not really taking off. Like it's another one that someone is trying to get me to go to, but I'm like Andrea, it's too much. I just just give me like one or two different platforms that I can focus on, and I'll call it a day.
When Kelly did call me, she said, Green called me and said, Drea, you gonna back your stuff up? I said, I'm not, I can't do no more apps, okay? I'm barely trying to keep a vote, being a good mom, working, trying to be on my Facebook while I'm on my break at work. I'm at YouTube. I'm trying to comment. I can't do all this no more. Shit, it's too much.
So, like Derek, if you want to go to, if you want to talk about all kind of crazy stuff, it sounds like TikTok would be the place that you could go, or X. Those would be the two places where you can go and you can get butt naked on top of a box and hit a pot and say whatever you want to, and people will embrace it. If you come on YouTube, you can't do that.
Look at Boss
But you know what? They have started to regulate
on my phone. That's how I feel too. It's like it's almost, it's like I'm in a rat race to I try to get monetized on YouTube. It's taking me forever. I gotta get those 4,000 watch hours on TikTok. I got all my people and I'm about to get monetized. Okay, I don't have to go through all that 4 hours, watch hours, all that dumb shit. I don't, and on TikTok, I'm not doing that.
But you know what? They have started to regulate Cornhub in Florida to where now, because now my state are so concerned about the kids. They're so concerned about the kids, and not saying that they should not be. And saying people should not be concerned about the kids, but now they have it to where you have to show ID before you can enter into Cornhub. So they are regulating.
It's with the, just take the C and put a P.
Okay.
But we're not saying the word because you can get flagged.
Yeah. Right. I'm not trying to get your thing flagged, but I'm saying that those accounts, I mean, that platform is being regulated. So that's why I was like, yeah, I agree with Derek. If you're going to regulate one, regulate all. But if not, don't use the narrative of your freedom of speech, because it ain't about your freedom of speech. It's a political thing. And once again, the government is lying to us, telling us it's one thing when it's really something else. And that was my point, and maybe Derek's too, as it relates to the whole freedom of speech thing with China. When I was over there on Red Note, they were saying like they keep it a safe community. They don't condone bullying. They don't condone violence or anything like that. Like all the other platforms don't condone. And you have a freedom of speech over there as well. You can say whatever you want to say, and I feel like that's what the whole thing was about with TikTok, because like you said, Green Vegan, there are certain people that are on certain platforms, and those people are different depending on what platform that you're on. And with Facebook, you got the dignified people over there. They don't really say a whole lot. They just really talk about, what's going on for their day. Then you got the people on Instagram who's all about the aesthetic and how, to make it look like something. Then you got YouTube where you have to prove yourself and hustle hard, especially if you want to create content. You got to hustle hard, like you said, Andrea, to get the watch time and the hours to get monetized. And you got to be a certain way, on YouTube. But then on TikTok, you can be whoever you want to be, and people are going to follow you just because you're yourself. You know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is with TikTok is I made videos with my kids. I made videos with them going to the football game. And I will tell you this, I ain't gonna lie. I love my YouTube community, but let me tell you something. On TikTok is damn engagement. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so cute. You're doing a good job. Leaving a comment. Okay,
you don't respond back to your people on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube.
I'm being better now, Kelly. I'm being better now. Okay,
you gotta call them out.
Okay,
but I just want to say to Mama Goddess. Okay, so you're talking about how they're trying to regulate But you know what? You're gonna get around that anyway because all kids gonna do is take a picture of their parents'
Mhm.
ID, or they're gonna get a fake ID and put it in
Yeah.
the system, and then they'll just go ahead and do it. Because
Mhm.
I mean, it is, you're gonna get around it. I mean, when we were younger, I ain't gonna lie, like I snuck into the
Exactly.
21 other club where you take your friend
Mhm.
ID and you show, and they just let you in. They don't really care for real, for real. It's all about like the coins and the
Mhm.
revenue that they can make off you and stuff. So at the
Absolutely.
end of the day and stuff, it's like, are we really safe? Are kids really safe? No, like you just have to
And
be a
that's what
really
I'm
strong
saying. Like,
parent.
and that's what I'm saying. Like the whole lie that the
Hi,
narrative that they're
Vibrant.
trying to push, it's not what they say it is. And and then too, here in Florida as well, they're also restricting kids who are 14 years and under. They're not allowed to have social medias. But it's
Yeah,
not
and
like, because
like
they're protecting the kids. But it's not like y'all care about the kids for real. But this again another narrative that y'all trying to spin and want us to believe. And again, I'm not saying don't protect the kids, but kids are going to be kids. We was kids and we did what we wanted to do
Mhm.
and found ways to do what we wanted to do. Shit, Skinamax, Cinemax back in the day. It after 12 o'clock you couldn't really see it, but you found a way to watch it. You know what I mean? After 12 o'clock.
BET after dark. Come on now.
BET After Dark, like you found a way to do it when we was kids.
Like,
So
remember the
let's not
bed.
act like these kids don't know how to. And then back then we didn't have the type of technology that the kids have now and access. Like we had access to technology, but not to this um
Free.
degree. There's ways to do anything that you want to do, however old you are, as long as you tech savvy, know how to work around. You're
It's
gonna figure it out.
mom and daddy. It is apps. It could be on their phone, hiding apps from their mom and daddy. Come on now. I'm just okay. Okay. I get regulate. I don't have a problem regulating. Okay, but let's be honest and tell the truth. Was that Did you see a lot of entrepreneurs on TikTok making money? I'm just asking myself, were they trying to get people to go back to them 9 to 5s? Okay, because it was a lot of people over there making money on TikTok. And some of the stuff that they were selling was cheap.
Hmm.
The clothes was cheap. Even the smart. I tell you, I know
Yeah.
I'm
I
a
don't even think it's about. I don't even think it's about. I think it's so many different layers to it because I feel like America, if they not getting a cut, they get mad. They like haters and stuff. Even like with the selling of like cannabis. I mean, they didn't what do you call it? Regulate cannabis. They couldn't regulate cannabis,
they got
so
their
they got mad. And so when they did, it's like they got so much money. I remember taking my friend to a dispensary. It's 30% tax on
yeah.
that, and I'm like, and then they make it 5 times the amount that you would get it off the street. It's just crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But as long as the America can get their cut, and I think they was looking at TikTok and was like hating. Is like, how can we make money? How can
Hmm.
we get paid off of this? And it's like, well, they probably went to China and said, give us a cut, and they said, no, it's our company, and they was like, okay, we gonna ban you. I mean, who knows what happens behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? But no
Hmm.
one's looking out for the people at all. It's all about the powers that be. And what
Yes.
can you do? Like, we just. I mean, I'm gonna look at the other sites like Lemon and I don't know what, I can't even remember the name.
Fan
Red
base is
Weed, Red.
trash.
It's
Lemonade
trash
is
to read it.
trash.
You don't like it?
No, I went over there to
Are
fan
you
base. I
on
guess they
it? It is horrible.
fan base. I mean, I downloaded it because it's a black owned app, and I'm
Yes.
supporting my people. But it's not together right now. I don't know if it
There
needs
we
another
go. See, and
update.
that's what I be talking about. People be getting mad when Andrea say something about them black businesses, but the reason I say something, they ain't proven yet.
It's not working properly right now. I don't know what. is happening. At one point it
It's like,
was working properly, but then it seemed like when the ban happened, their app started to glitch too. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm going to install this because I tried. I really did try. Lemonade is also powered by TikTok, and when that went dark, when TikTok went dark, so did Lemonade. So that started glitching. So
Right.
I don't know what Lemonade is doing right now. I haven't been on there, but
well,
mm-mm.
it's just like what is that Clubhouse? Remember when Clubhouse first came
Oh
out? It was very
yeah,
elite. Not
Mhm.
everybody could be on Clubhouse. You had to only get certain people could have it, and so everybody wanted to be on it. So when they opened it up and everybody got on it, I was like looking around, like, this is what this is.
right,
This
right.
ain't. I
once
was
I
I
once I
was
was
waiting for
able to
this
get on, I was like, yeah, no, I'm out. Y'all can have it.
stuff.
And that's why,
It was just a big
I
ass group
never
call.
Right.
I never went to them platforms. I only stayed at Facebook because I had it for a long time. I stayed at Instagram because I built it from the ground up. And then when I heard about TikTok, I got on TikTok. And yes, I was upset. Hell, I was mad as motherfucker last night. I couldn't get on TikTok. I couldn't watch my videos. It was boring around here. And not like I watch my TV shows, but ain't nothing on TV tonight. Okay, I want to watch that shit. I want to be on TikTok, be in the TikTok shop. And this is the thing. I think we have. I'm addicted. Okay, I need to go to rehab.
I was just about to say you are addicted.
I'm addicted to the TikTok shop.
You dickmatized.
I'm addicted over there buying stuff. Okay, I am. I'm not gonna lie. And I
You
watch
know
my.
what?
Mhm.
I read what's name's comment. It says, "Imagine how much money I've lost to monetization
Buffy
compared
loves some
like the folks
TikTok.
on TikTok." So and when it comes to that,
Mhm.
like a lot of people, I mean, I can only imagine because you have to start all the way over again and start your channel. Like it sucks. I feel bad for you for that.
And I didn't
But
delete my
likewise, like the
either.
people who are on TikTok who have been monetized, and I'm really, I had this thought just now that there's no way that TikTok would have just gone completely away, because look at how many Americans are paying taxes on TikTok.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it couldn't have just gone away, because how else you gonna get people money from people? Because this is what y'all are about anyway. It's about getting people's
Well, that's a
money. So
great point. That's a
Mhm.
great
it
point.
just begs the
Hi,
question:
Cool
what was all of
Gamer.
this even for? Because y'all are essentially losing money if y'all get rid of TikTok, because the
Yeah.
money ain't coming from China. The money is well, I
Coming
guess it
from
is coming from China, but it also is being taxed here in America. So if you take that tax away, then especially being given the fact that America is trillions of dollars in debt, you wouldn't think they want to keep this platform around.
They didn't
So
think
again,
about
it
that. I
just
think they
begs the
thought
question.
about that.
It literally just came to my
Point.
mind. And so it goes back to the question, what was the purpose of the band in the first place?
To scare people.
people.
Right, but for what though? Like what was why? What
Why do you break a child? Why do a person scare someone,
it's
to get
very
control,
narcissistic
to show
behavior.
that.
It's called conquer and divide.
It's
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 called
very narcissistic behavior, because that's what a narcissist is. Narcissists get off on just seeing people cower and be afraid
Uh,
and scared of stuff. It gives that.
right.
Mhm.
No, it's definitely, I definitely believe that. I mean, you make some really great points and stuff because I mean, no one ever, I don't think anyone ever looked at that part. And it's like, yeah, they're saying like, oh yeah, well we can't control it, da da da, but you're getting something out of it. So really it's like, wait a
Mhm.
minute, let's take a look at this.
Mhm.
When they
They're
said
not, I mean, the TikTok people are not hurting anybody. I mean, there is a dark side of TikTok, but if you don't start poking over there, you will never see it. When you look at my TikTok feed, it's just my friends and family and people who I follow. I don't
Mhm.
really get a lot of other stuff, maybe a couple of like jokes or something like that, but nothing horrible but I've
Mhm.
heard of some very sinister stuff, but even on YouTube, there's some very sinister stuff.
Right.
So you just have to, just make sure that you just keep it
the
vigilant.
community that you're in. I don't be people don't bother me on TikTok. They don't bother me at all. I don't get
Mm-mm.
nobody bothering me because I'm a mother and I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to start no problem with nobody. I don't want nobody bothering me. So what they say, don't start none, it won't be none. Okay, fine.
But you know what? I think like even on YouTube, there's like so many different channels that will just do reactions just off of TikTok. Like that's their whole platform. It's just so I guess the reason why I never really need to go to TikTok is because it's here on YouTube.
Let's listen what Anthony Manil said. He said it gets tax on income from China, but not from the products like a job. And the government is big mad about that. So he's saying the products that sold on TikTok is not getting taxed. Is that what
Oh,
he's
he's talking about the businesses. So like for instance, say you're GM, right? Like
yeah.
Government Motors. You're General Motors, right? So they have to pay taxes
Yes.
because they're here in America, but in China they don't have to pay that. It's basically they're just getting the taxes off the people who's making money, but they're not making the money off the big businesses that are providing the products.
Right. Like I get a what is a W-2, W-4? Like I have to file that when I file my taxes. I get a no, was it? No, a 1099. I get a 1099 that I have to file with my taxes off of YouTube. So yeah, we definitely paying taxes, but for the products, I agree. Real life, the products, because those come from different companies. Like mine, like the TikTok shop. Like when I sell products through the TikTok shop,
AE Black.
Hey, Black.
that taxes is going to E-Black. That taxes is being, since my stuff isn't from China, that taxes is still going to TikTok, but from companies that are from China, like Temu or Alibaba or AliExpress and stuff like that, that is getting taxed in China.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, so all right. So if I have a business, right, and I'm getting all my stuff from Alibaba, so that comes here. So whatever I sell, I have to turn that in on my income taxes, whatever. But that's all they're getting. So I guess this just would be like a fraction of what they could be making if it was out here. I never thought about that. Like that is a really good point, real life. That
Hey, lipstick vibes.
Yep.
hi lipstick.
I don't know.
I'm nice. I'm being nice. I just said, hey, I
My
haven't seen
people
you in a
say
while.
we
I
love
ain't got no beef.
all I'm saying is let's keep our community, because I'm over there with the 50 club now and the 40 club, the older people on TikTok. I'm over there with the mamas who got kids. I'm over there with adopted mamas. Look, that's a community over there on TikTok. It ain't I don't feel the same camaraderie over here on YouTube and on Instagram and Facebook. I'm just saying. Yeah, feel the same way.
I know. I listen. It's hard over here on YouTube. When I'm over here live doing my lives on YouTube,
Yes.
I get all types of trolls, people being inappropriate. There is no like regulation of speech over here. Well, it is, but it isn't. So because people still slipping through the cracks and saying what they want. Like when I was live one day, completely unrelated, this dude asked me, can he put his log on my face while I'm live? So like it's I don't get the same kind of support that I get when I'm on TikTok. It's a different type of people, different type of camaraderie, unity, community on TikTok. Like you really find your people on TikTok, but over here on YouTube, it's a hustle for real until the algorithm puts you in the system, or until the system puts you in an algorithm that is for people for the content that you're creating. It's a grind until you get there, unless you just, pop off and people start following you until you get that big break. But it's a different type of vibe over here. It
Right.
really is.
It's a almost, let me tell you, cutthroat mentality over here.
Well, answer E Black's question, Andrea.
How many people have I met on YouTube than I met on TikTok? I have met more people on YouTube because now, hold on a minute. Let me just let myself say, I done been on YouTube a long time. So yes, I have formed relationships on YouTube. But since I've been over there at TikTok, people send me personal messages like about being a foster mom, adopted mom, adopting biracial children. Yes. So the community is over there on TikTok, but over here it's cutthroat, and then y'all know it is. Let's be honest and tell the truth today, okay? It's
And you know what? And you know what?
Huh?
Prime example. And I'm so glad that Red Lipstick is here because, girl, I couldn't stay on your channel. It wasn't for me. That whole situation when we were talking about the child who, or the young lady who got pregnant in church, right?
Yes.
I was able to express my views over there and not get cussed out for it. You know what I mean? Like I was able to have people who understood where I was coming from, who may even have experienced the same thing I experienced. And we had, a mutual agreement. I could not have this conversation over here on YouTube because, like you said, Andrea, they are cutthroat and do not give a fuck about your feelings. And I dare not express my views of that on this platform. Even still today, when it comes to Christianity and me talking against Christianity, the videos that I posted maybe a year or two ago, people are still hitting me up, commenting on my videos like, well, you're going to hell and you're no real person. You're a demon. You're letting the devil use you. And it's just like, no, but this is what y'all believe. Go over there on TikTok. Completely different vibe. Now I do get those people who say the things, but I talk my shit back, but it's not that often that I have to do that. Over here on YouTube, judgmental McGee cannot do it.
Can I say something? I feel like, okay, so TikTok is ran by China, right? And
Yes.
China is like the infrastructure of the world, whatever. They're just way, way, way more advanced than we are. Let's just keep it a buck. I feel like maybe TikTok got it right. I mean, here in America, you have YouTube and they have the algorithm and they really try to push you out. But I think really TikTok has it right where they actually send you and people who think like you to the people who will resonate with you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas here, I had a lot of people, because it's like I'm that green vegan. So I had a lot of people that will come to my channel and say, where's the vegan stuff? And so I'm thinking like, what? I'm not a monster. Like, I'm a person.
Right.
I was born black and a woman before I was vegan. Like, and so I have to change my whole thing. It's like, okay, this is my life being vegan, because I didn't want people to get. So, as a matter of fact, E Black, thank you, E Black. He convinced me to do a whole nother channel and just focus only on vegan. And it's doing pretty good. So I'm like, okay, I see how it is. Like, I feel like in America, they just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, oh, I'm creating this thing where, people have their, just like say for you, people think, oh, because you do what you do, you're a witch or you don't believe in God, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But then it's like your channel kind of show like, no, you're a human person. Like, okay. And then you can get into the other stuff. But
Right.
nowadays people just want to just have, they're so like tunnel vision. Whereas I think in TikTok, they're not as tunnel vision. They're open. I see all kind of videos. As long as it's positive and I can learn something, I'm open. But here
Yeah.
is very one-sided.
I
said so.
The algorithm in TikTok, like you said, pushes you to your people and into your interests and stuff like that. And that's how you're able to grow. Versus on YouTube, you have to keep posting consistently until it pushes you to the people that are like you. And then that's what makes it the difference between the two algorithms. And China gets it. America don't.
You know what? I just put up Instagram and it said, welcome back. Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's effort, TikTok is back in the US. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok.
Don't get me wrong. people see me in DMs in my Facebook, Instagram. I don't if I don't know who it is, I delete that shit. I don't pay no attention to it. I don't pay no attention to it anyway. So what I'm saying is people always trying to DM me. I'm a pretty woman, okay?
Period.
I'm a pretty woman.
Very, very.
Always DMing me, but that don't mean I'm paying attention to them. I'll be like ignore. If men on TikTok be trying to say, "Girl, you pretty. Can I be your sugar daddy?" No, thank you. So yes, I get hit on all the time on social media, but that don't mean I be paying attention because I don't. Because if I don't know you, you ain't gonna be getting nowhere close to me. Okay, but what I'm saying is, I feel like the community we got built on TikTok is not the same I built on YouTube because I gotta post so much. I gotta get my 4,000 watch hours. Excuse me, hold on a minute. Gotta get my watch hours. And TikTok, that's not what I have to do. I can just post a video, make a little video. Hey. Andrea goes the tea. Sure, what you talking about? I am still a vibrant woman, okay? About to be 50 at the end of the month. I'll still look good to be 50 years old. What you talking about? Okay, so
Black
yes.
don't crack.
Black don't crack, okay. I'm just saying, yeah, a sugar daddy. Somebody said, "Do I want a sugar daddy?" I said, "No, thank you," because that costs. Like what is that? Debbie Allen say cost. It was in the fame thing. She said it costs. No, thank you. No, thank you. So yes. So I'm just saying, I'm back to TikTok. My day is saved. I'm happy when somebody sent me a message said, "Trey, check your TikTok, you back on." I said, "Oh, thank you, Jesus. We needed that."
I'm glad it's back up and running too, but I'm side-eyeing the mess out of it because, again, I have more questions than I have answers, and I'm not understanding what this whole thing was about in the first place. I mean, I know it was a whole, Trump thing to say.
With national security, so China was taking our data and passed it on, and all of this and on and on, and it's awfully funny. Don't y'all think it's funny that the person who wanted to ban TikTok is in office tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that
How
strange?
convenient.
Yeah, how convenient. Ain't that strange? The person who wanted to ban TikTok is gonna be in office tomorrow. Oh, but I did have a question. Okay, so Donald Trump is our new president. How do you feel about Black celebrities singing, performing at his inauguration?
I find it interesting that Snoop Dogg made that video years ago about calling people Uncle Tom and all of those things about supporting Trump and how racist Trump was, for him to turn around and be right back there performing, which I think that is quite interesting. And it just lets you know that everybody has a price.
Did you hear what Nelly said? Because Nelly said nobody didn't call him to perform for the president. Donald Trump asked him to perform it, and that's what he was gonna do. And I think he was
Nelly
talking
could have just kept quiet.
What you say?
Nelly could have just kept quiet because what he said didn't make no sense. He sounded like he was rambling. I stopped listening after like a minute.
Okay, but did he have some points in his rant? Did he have some points? Because I thought he did have some points because he did say, well, Barack Obama didn't ask him. He had two presidents. Barack Obama, he was 2-term president. He didn't call Nelly and asked him to perform. So
but look at who he's asking to perform. He asked rappers. He didn't ask no R&B singers. He didn't ask no black jazz performers. He's asking rappers.
Okay, so is it? It was something that Nelly said, and I thought it was profound for me. Okay, Nelly said, "This ain't at the GM. This ain't at the Democrat. This ain't at the Republican convention. This is the president of the United States." Okay, and if that's what he wants him to perform and he's going to get paid to do it. What is the problem? I think we as Black America, and I'm going to be honest because I don't have this conversation with my friends. I think sometimes we always get me when I say we always trying to put each other's down because our views, our churches ain't the same as everybody else, and we don't feel the same. Because I'm gonna go back to this one point with Deion said, because the Black folks felt that he should stay at the HBU schools, but Deion said, "Look, I got higher goals. I got things I want to do and accomplish. I want to go to the best schools or the best for my children." What's wrong with that?
I don't think anything is wrong with your political views. Like, do what you do. I guess it shouldn't have to cause any division, but unfortunately, that's what we are right now. You know what I mean? Nelly, he made a point when he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know I had to check in with y'all before I made, whatever I had to do for me." I mean, again, do what you do. I wouldn't do that. I don't care how much money he paid me to do it. My integrity still stands. My morals still stand, regardless of, because it's just like certain things you just won't do for money. And if you will, I mean, that's just on you.
I know the thing is, all money ain't good money. I got it. Okay, I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's take Chrisette Michele for example. Let's use Chrisette Michele for example.
Okay.
And this just boils down to men versus black women. Okay. Nelly is everybody's still gonna like Nelly. Everybody's still gonna like Nelly, even after the whole thing. He's gonna get scrutiny and all of that, but he's not gonna be canceled. Everybody's still gonna be about black love with him and
Ashanti.
Ashanti. It's still gonna be thing. His career is still gonna stand. Chrisette Michele, she performed at the inauguration at the inauguration when Trump became president.
Okay.
They did that and canceled her ass, drug her name through the mud. This girl went into a deep depression. We ain't heard from her since. She still ain't relevant to this day. But because she's a woman, a black woman, because black women always are unprotected, unsupported, always hated. She's done. But Nelly, Snoop, Rick Ross, all of them, everything is still going to be good with them. They're going to get the backlash. They're going to get the talk, stuff like that. But their careers are not going to be tarnished because they went and supported Trump. So, and I feel like, the support should have been, or the support for Chrisette should have been considered. I still like her music too, but she's not as relevant as other big name artists. If I feel like that should have been considered, you know what I mean, before they said yay or nay. But again, men gonna operate how men gonna operate. They're gonna do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and nobody's gonna bat an eye. But if a woman does that, she's done.
Right. She's an underdog now. Wow.
So I mean, I get it. You don't have to answer to nobody. You do what you want to do. It's your life. Do your thing. But also consider the fact that how this type of stance hurt somebody as well. She I love her music. Love her as an individual. I've listened to her interviews. Like, she is a really down to earth type of individual, but she's irrelevant now because of that. She was climbing the charts. Like, she was doing good. She was making a comeback. But when she did this for Trump, when she sung for Trump, it was a wrap for her whole career. And we haven't heard from her since. We haven't heard any new music from her since. She tried to make some new music, but everyone's like, yeah, nah, girl, we ain't supporting you because you was at the inauguration. But Nelly, Snoop, Rick Ross, everybody's still gonna stand for them. They're not gonna get canceled. Nothing's gonna happen to their careers. None of that. And they know that.
Mm-mm-mm. See, and that's the thing that I thought when Nelly was over there having that argument and he was saying that what do you say to that? And I'm like,
That's what I say to it. I mean,
mm,
and Nelly has every right to. I don't know how much he paid him, how much he got paid to do it, but he has every right as an artist to, if they say, "Hey, we need you to come perform for us,"
hey TC, yeah, I mean,
he will be right there.
I was
I
on
mean,
mute this whole time. Hi, TC. Just
so
talking.
I mean, the thing is, I ask myself this question all the time too. Hey, room shaker,
Hi, Room Shaker.
I ask myself
Hey.
all this time because this the thing is, I have a father, I have an ex-husband, and they feel things different too. But the thing is, I was just asking, it's almost in a sense, I always get this scenario. Mary down the street, she's a Republican, okay? But Mary needs some sugar. She can come over here and ask me, and I might be a Democrat. But I just see things a little different. Yes, I might be Democrat since my mom and daddy was living, okay? But yet I'm evolving as a Democrat. I mean, I see things a little different. I might be a little more stricter in a Republican way. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I feel now because I'm 50 now. And I'm just saying, maybe we as Black folks sometimes we need to think out the box, get out the box, stay out our own way, and sometimes we hurting our own selves because when you turn down a job, because that's almost what that's what Nelly's saying is the president of the highest of the office called me to perform. Well, my own Black president that we had didn't ask me.
But like like Ebot said, ain't nobody listening to Nelly for real. When was the last time Nelly put anything out for real? And it just goes to show you how relevant or how disconnected Trump is to Black people. Because Nelly, who wants to hear Nelly?
He probably was cheap.
But white people are easily entertained. So yes, Nelly. Oh my God, yes. They gonna fall for it. No offense to the white people, but white people are easily entertained, and they're gonna think like Nelly is like the shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Who wants to listen to Ande Mama E-I, uh-oh.
And that's the song he gonna sing to. Watch.
Who is jamming to that? What Black person is jamming to that? Like, I mean,
I'm
unless you're a Nelly stan.
I'm gonna give y'all a scenario, you and Green Vegan, and I'm gonna ask y'all gotta give me your honest opinion, okay? Because I want y'all to think out the box. Shanita, you are a Black woman at a Fortune 500 company, okay? But you're Black owned, okay? But the CEO, you think your company wants your what is it? Your shareholders want the CEO to be Black too. You the head one in charge, but the right hand want them to be Black. But you say, this girl I've been grew up with, she educated in the things that I do. She is white, but I want her to be my right hand. So what you gonna do? You gonna listen to your shareholders, or you gonna pick the person who's best for the job? Black, white, blue, or purple?
I'm gonna pick the person that's Black for the job, but it's gonna be Black first. I'm gonna support Black first. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna look out for who's Black first and rub shoulders and make connections with people who are Black first, and then everybody else second, because I'm Black. So it's going to be Black first. But if there's somebody else who is not Black that is more qualified, then yes. But it's going to be Black first.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna give you another scenario. Your son can play football at any college he wants to, but it's the Black college or it's the white college. Now
Let me tell you something. Let me say, okay, go ahead.
He gonna get seen. He gonna wear the best equipment at the white college. He got full scholarship. Ride at both of the colleges, the Black college or the white college. which one are you sending him to?
Whatever college he wants to go to. And I'm pro-black, but it doesn't mean I'm anti-white. Matter of fact, I just had my son's friend who was white spend the night, spend the weekend over here, which I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh, okay, and it was kind of like we were still trying to understand each other because I don't think he ever been in a black household before.
Mhm.
So he was like kind of shy and like to himself, but I'm all for it. I don't care. I'm like I said, just because I'm pro-black doesn't mean I'm anti-white. I'm for all people. I love all people. I have all types of people who are my supporters on
Mhm.
TikTok. So, but it's going to be black first. And if my son wants to go off he gets a full scholarship to go play football, and it happens to be at a better school than an HBCU, because I don't even think all HBCUs are good just because they're black.
Exactly.
So whatever shows the most promise, then cool. Like this, my son had went to a predominantly white school before I transferred him last year, and it was a complete culture shock to him because now the school that he goes to is predominantly black and brown, and it was a culture shock to him because he wasn't used to how white people act or how black people act. Like
Mhm.
he's very much suburban. He didn't grow up like how my other kids grew up.
Mhm.
And it was a complete culture shock to him, but he learned how to adjust. But then in that, he still found him a good white friend. So, I'm all for it. I'm all for um, black people, being unified and stuff like that. But I'm also for black people um, being in white spaces. But
Mhm.
just don't forget where you came from. You know what I mean? And it don't mean that you have to stay closed-minded, but also too, like I said, it's black first and then everybody else, because it hasn't always been that. And I use that black first from that. I get that kind of mindset from, I don't know if you ever watch his content, but Kev on Stage,
Uh-huh.
he he loves all people. He's for all people, but he's like everything for him is black. So much so that his cast is black. His employees are black. Everybody who's on payroll is black. And you
Mhm.
do have some brown and white people and stuff like that, but he knows that it's black first. Doesn't mean he's anti-white, but it's black first.
Mhm. And that's what I be asking myself. And you know where I work at is Mexican.
Mm.
Where I work at is it's all Mexican, okay, and they're teaching me the language because I don't speak Spanish, okay, and
Hmm.
but the way they be talking Spanish off the tongue of there, and the person she be like she speak English and she speaks Spanish, and so I be like, what do y'all say? And they're teaching me, and it's so fascinating that I'm in an environment where I'm not that English is not the first thing and Spanish is, and so it cracks me up, and they're teaching me, but I I find what I did find in the community where I work at, um, it's camaraderie with the parents, and I don't
Mm.
and I don't see that in some of my other communities, and I was just saying, look, this is a predominantly where the community I work at is Mexican and Spanish speaking, and it's just different.
Can I say something? Because I work in a school district also, and so it's the same thing with us. I think it's like
Are you
65%.
doxing us? Are you doxing us, Kelly?
Well, you think okay, yeah, I did. My bad, my bad. I did a Derek on it. I did a Derek, but it's like, but you talked about this before. But it's like that for me. I think it's like 65% is like Mexican Hispanic, right? And
Mhm.
so, and the majority, I would say a good 80% of those parents, they don't speak any kind of English. And so one time I was talking to one of the parents, and I asked, I said, "You're in America, you know," and I didn't say in a disrespectful way, but I said, "You're in America." I said, "Why don't you want to learn English?" And she said, "I don't have to because everything in their community is around their language. Their grocery stores, their hair salons, you know, even in the schools, they accommodate you. Wherever you go in America, they accommodate you. When you go to the DMV, they have translators. They have things written in your, you know, in Spanish. So it's just like there's no reason for them to learn actually. But you try to go as someone American to another country, they gonna look at you like you crazy. You better learn. You better speak whatever language we speak, and you don't have that same kind of luxury and stuff like that. So, and it's about, like you were saying, it's about community, and we don't have that. We don't have that community. So when Mama Gotta say, you know, Black first, it's like we need to like uplift each other, and we need to make those communities and help each other. I used to be a general manager, right? And when I was a general manager, I got it. It was weird how I got the job. That's another story for another day. But when I had to find an assistant manager, I had all these people coming in with briefcases, PhDs, masters. And at the time, I had like maybe 30 college credits, you know. And so I was like, whoa, you know, and here I am, the general manager of this this company, and here are these people coming in with all this different stuff. But if someone hadn't gave me an opportunity, a chance to see past, you know, what I had in the past, like I wouldn't have had that. So I really, and I try to do that too. I try to not look at what the person has, but like, you know, give a person a chance, give a person an opportunity, because from that one opportunity, I knew my worth, and I've been soaring ever since. And I don't take less than a certain amount of money. It's like, oh no, you know, but I feel like we have to lift each other up and let, you know, like really teach us like what our worth is, you know. And I feel like so many people tear us down that, you know, we as a people need to lift each other up. And it's like you said, it's not about we don't like other races, you know. Just because you have Black power don't mean you have white hate or hate against other people. It's a whole thing. It's different when you say white power. White power is the opposite, is hatred towards everybody. You know what I'm saying? And kind of going back to TikTok and what we were talking about, like TikTok, you do have those people that, you know, you have certain like hate groups, right? And they're over there doing their hate, whatever, but you don't see that because that's like, you have to kind of go out and look for that. But let them have it. It doesn't bother me. Just because you don't like me, don't believe me, it don't affect my life.
Right. we finna celebrate Martin Luther King birthday.
Yes.
And I just asked myself, have we changed? How we evolved? Are we still stuck in the past? Are we still trying to find? Are we still trying to find the dream?
The
What
American
is the
government is still
dream? What is the dream?
right. The American government is still stuck in the past.
I'm just asking my friends. I'm asking questions today.
We asking you, what is the dream?
It's a difference. I think it's a difference for me. I'm about to be 50 in a couple weeks. It's the dream is the dream is different for me. Okay, the dream is different, and I look at my parents. The dream is different. The dream is they wanted to own a house. They got it. They raised their 7 kids. Nobody in prison. No baby mamas. No baby daddies. The dream is. I think the dream is different for everybody in certain things. My kids is going to the school with their peers. My kids going to school who look like them. The dream for me is, I think, is different. But I go back to think: Are we doing enough? Are we still envy and fighting with each other? We hating on each other. I just ask myself, are we? I don't know anymore.
According to the Googles,
Okay.
the American dream is the ideal that every citizen of the United States should have an equal opportunity to achieve success and prosperity through hard work, determination, and innovative. Is that it though? Like that's the American dream according to the Oxford English Dictionary. And that's I guess was supposed to be the thing back in 1931. That was what was supposed to be, but that's not what it is. That's again another lie that our US government tells us, because if it's all about equality and opportunity and success and prosperity, then you won't have half of the American population homeless.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's
So,
what
like, what is the dream?
that's what I'm saying. Is it realistic, or is it because I'm asking myself this? Don't get me wrong, and I don't have nothing against Martin Luther King, but I asked myself, I feel like every January, okay, it's my brother's birthday too. I feel like every January they show that speech and they make us feel like we're still back in them days. But the equality, the working hard for the American people, we still trying to survive. So and so I asked this. That's I'm asking my friends. So is the dream different? Is the dream different for everybody else? Do you see? I don't see change enough. Then the sacrifice that he made. How about that? That's what I really want to say.
I like the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King's dream, as far as his speech is concerned, that everybody should be created equal and treated equally and have the equal amount of opportunities for success. However, it's going to be a fight because our government doesn't want that for us. And so, and so to your point, like, then the American dream becomes not the American dream, but the dream of the individual. This is what I want for my life. This is where I see my life going, because the American dream is an illusion. It's a scam. It ain't what it is. And then it keeps the, like you said, every year they say this is the thing and this is what's been repeated every year, just to keep us in a loop of staying in a scarcity mindset or staying in a lack mindset. If I could just work hard and I can, and not to say that you shouldn't, work towards your dreams, but working hard is even an illusion, because you don't have to work hard in different countries. You don't have to do this like this. Me working hard shows my success. You know what I mean? You losing sleep and you're not able to function right, and you have to do all these loops and hoops and shit. That's that is America. You don't have to do that in other countries. Places like China, you don't have to work hard. You can nap in the middle of the day while you at work. They make you take naps in China. America would never. 30 minutes for a lunch break. If you're employed,
I can't even enjoy my food, because matter of fact, I gotta walk. I gotta go to the microwave and warm my food up. I'm like, oh God.
When I used to work in the school system, I would take my lunch breaks, and I have 30 to 45 minutes for my lunch break. I would spend 15 minutes in my car, and then my other 30 minutes I'm in the line at whatever restaurant getting my food, only for me to not enjoy my food on my lunch break, but having to eat my food in the classroom with the kids when they take their lunch break.
Exactly.
That is not a break. I am not having a good lunch. There's no break.
Right.
What is that?
Yeah.
That's not
our
the dream.
Our government is it's a joke.
Yeah,
our government is a joke. It is like I don't take it.
I email you the link, TC. That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking on this Martin Luther King Eve of the holiday. We get a day off from work, and so I was just I'm starting to ask myself. I see things a little different, I'm not getting wrong, and not getting wrong. I felt like, or are we set back, or we move how we move forward?
No, we definitely have made some
progress.
we have made some progress. So it's not like how it was back in
No,
the
I don't,
50s.
don't get me
But
wrong. Don't get me wrong. This is the reason. This is the reason.
well, what makes you think it was so bad in the 50s? I mean,
This is the real reason I was asking. I'm telling you like this. I went home to North Carolina to visit my aunts where my mom and daddy grew up at. Okay, and I seen black bathrooms, black water fountains, and girl, I was ready to come back to California. Okay, and I said, Auntie, how you feel about this? She's like, baby, it's all right. It ain't that big a deal. I said, oh hell no.
if that was your life, I mean,
It's-
that's what
it's
you're
so-
used to.
And so this is what she told me, baby. You act like you Hollywood. I said Hollywood. That's what she told me. Act like you Hollywood. I said, oh, you mean my weave, my makeup, and my fly? I said that's my I am. I'm going back to California where I don't have to deal with this mess. And so she we rode by there one more time before I left to come home. And I was like, Auntie, I feel the rage in me. And I was like, you don't feel the, she was like, what's your problem, baby? I was like, oh no, I can't do this. And so I said, this is what I told Auntie. I said, you watched that movie called The Help with Minnie on there with the pie? See, I'll be that same woman. I know who I am. I know where my mouth is, and I can't do it.
Eat my shit.
Okay. I can't do it. So, hey, TC.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening? Andrea, vegan lady, and the other lady, what's your name?
Mama Goddess.
Mama Goddess.
Oh, okay, Mama. Okay, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. And
Nice
to the
to meet
chat.
you.
Nice. Listen, I just wanted to come up and say, I'm not going to do a day of service for Martin Luther King Day.
Oh,
Because I do service all the time. That's for the younger people. That's for them to do.
you're not gonna march, TC?
But no, I do my fighting with the power of the pen.
There you go.
Period.
Okay. Now listen, and I do believe that there is a place in the space for everybody at every level. So when the Greensboro Four were doing their thing, there were a lot of middle class black people who were writing checks. As soon as they would go in jail, black folks was writing checks and getting them out of jail, because we had a whole lot of black folks that were middle class black working people. And they were doing the doggone thing. They would get them out of jail. Yes, they would. And so we're now I'm at this point because I'm double nickel. So I'm at this point where I'm here. Listen, I'm here as the advisor.
California.
Huh?
No, Derek was talking about California.
I'm here as the advisor. And when we get to a certain point, the young people, I want them to get out there and get that experience and learn how to organize and learn how to, the way that we used to do when we did because I did a lot of the different marches and things of that nature, and learn from the best of them. It wasn't just, getting into a march and getting into a fight and hoping that the police, no, it was a strategic thing. We all had a script. We all said the same thing. We all did the same thing. We all understood what the intentions were, and we went for that. It wasn't about one particular person. It was about a movement. It was about us as a people. So even though one person might have sparked it off, it was still about all of us as a people. So yeah, I'm with them if they want to do that.
And maybe that's where the disconnect is, because I'm just saying, I'm looking around and I'm taking inventory of my own life. Okay. I'm about to be 50 in 2 weeks. And
that's right.
And I'm just asking myself, because don't get me wrong, and my parents made us watch the Martin Luther King movies, and every the 15th and the 20th we was off. We celebrated his birthday and stuff. And I'm just asking myself into my train of thoughts, because sometimes I feel like we progress, we moving up, we moving around, we making things happen out of nowhere, but yet and still We still having issues that we can't get solved. We still having issues that people are still dying. People are still homeless. Our people are still can't afford houses. Our people still can't do this. Our people still can't do that. And it's like, okay, so we don't move the goalposts, but we still fighting. We still arguing. We still hating on each other. We still can't even get it together and be one another as sisters and brothers.
So I hear you, Andre, and I just want to just say something about the goalposts. See, we don't move the goalposts; they do.
Facts.
That's the
I
system. The
agree.
system, we move the goalposts within our own communities as it pertains to us,
Mhm.
us as our own people. But as it pertains to the macro system, as it pertains to the workforce and currency and exchange and international relations and all that stuff, we are not sitting at those tables all the time. However, we do have people who are sitting at those tables. We do. We have some Black people that are at the table, and I always say, if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu. And the interesting
Mm.
part is that we would like for them to come back and maybe share with us if they can, but they can't always do that, because a lot of us, because we are foul with our mouths and have diarrhea of the mouth and don't know what to say out our face and don't know when to say it, because we act like a bunch of banshees that were raised by Romulus and Remus sometimes. The bottom line is that you can't tell niggas nothing. Why? Because they're gonna rat you out, and then guess what's gonna happen to you? You will go up in flames or up on the rope
Mm.
when they find out it's you that's been telling and spilling. You dig what I'm saying? So you move in silence and you shut the hell up. So you don't really know who's doing what oftentimes, because you can't, because the people at the bottom act like they do, banshees, scavengers. They act like
Listen.
no home training. And of course, at the bottom there, but it's rats. They're eating each other alive for survival purposes. Survival purposes. Maslow's theory. I didn't say it. Get in. Maslow said it.
But that's true though, and this is like Andrea. I get your point of when are we going to come together, and I feel like there'll be like spouts of time when we do come together, but
Mhm.
then TC, like you say, they once they see unity, time to change something up now because something done happened. Now they're trying to unite. Let's do something else to divide them, and then here comes the division. But then it's
Mhm.
also important. I mean, this is not a political. Well, I guess it is. I don't know. We're talking about politics, but it's also important. I know everybody don't agree to this, but just hear me out. It's important that you vote not for the president, but for your state, for the people that is in your state, to help move the purpose along as far as like regulating things that's going on in the state that you live in.
I agree.
You
I
to
agree.
put the right people in place
I
to make
definitely
those decisions.
Exactly.
I definitely agree. Y'all think I'm not? I agree, but I'm. You don't think that us people ain't asking ourselves these questions on the eve of his birthday, and we asking ourselves, okay, yeah, we have it. We have progress. But let's be honest and tell the truth and keep it real around here. 1 minute we tell our Black coaches, oh, stay at the HB schools. Oh, don't go to the white schools because it's better equipment over there. But yet and still we as gonna say keep the Black man down when they were stealing from him. I'm just saying these questions are asked, these questions are here. I got friends who talk about this, and I'm just saying, when do we say I'm Black? Yes, I am. But you know what? If I feel like going to the Colorado, is going to elevate me, elevate my family, elevate my child to the best of his ability. But y'all want to keep me at the Black school. Why he gotta stay with the Black school? Because last time I checked, he only owed God and his family what job he takes. See, Black people feel that way. To be honest and tell the truth. We ain't no more Eddie Robbins. Keep it real. And no more Eddie Robbins. And he's a football player, a coach. Okay, you guys have got the information. Mm-hmm. Because some black people feel you should not be you should not be getting a higher job, and because you want to stay because for black people, but they don't. But if that's the case, wasn't it Martin Luther King said he marched for us to get better jobs? He marched for us to get in those spaces. But when we talk to each other, you tell each other to stay down. Why?
Well, I think that's just the rhetoric, not even the rhetoric. That's just the thing amongst our people is about when it comes to elevating. Our people from the beginning have been divided. And it's going to take like a collective mindset to bring us all together. Because again, our people going all the way back to slavery, and I ain't trying to be like that type of black, but let's just think about this. Like dating all the way back to slavery, we were divided all the way back then. So that part of us is still in our DNA to keep us divided because this is what we know. We know how to stay divided. It takes the work to keep us united. If you look at every other race in the world, Africans are always together. When they come to America, they find each other. They find their people.
Exactly.
Just like Asians, they find their people. You see how many markets and nail shops and hair stores that you have that are run by Asians. You know, they find their people. Our people are the only people who are divided, but I feel like that's been ingrained in our DNA to keep us divided. This is why it takes so much work to have us united to this day. And it's going to take all of us to say, even if we have our disagreements, it's going to take all of us to come together and say, okay, regardless of how you feel, we're all going to come together and do the things. And I feel like we have that. We've had that repeated times throughout history. And it's been proven that we've had times where we've come together, but then you had Jim Crow came in and shut that down. Then you had all this racism and segregation and all of that stuff that shut it down. So I guarantee if we try to come together again, the government's going to do what they do and bring us apart yet again. Hence why you had TikTok. TikTok was a community of everybody coming together all the time. And then they wanted to threaten to shut that down because why? It was community. It was unity. Same thing that's happening in the Black community, unity and community. But then when you see that, here comes the government, like TC said, moves the goalpost, said, oh, y'all coming together too much. Let me throw something in a wrench in y'all plan to dismantle this because they know that there is strength in numbers.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm just here to, give y'all opinion. Y'all give me y'all opinion. I don't mean I'm agree, but I'll listen.
No, I'm with you. Like, I hate that there's so much division against Black people, but also too, we're fighting a centuries old fight.
I don't know. I mean, I do think in elevating the community, we're gonna have to all. Don't get me wrong. I am Black first, but I do know is I work in the real world with other people too. So there's no. I'm just being honest. Yes. Johnny down the street, mama can be Black, and I might not even like her because she could be ghetto as hell. Okay, and I'm like, my kids can't play with Johnny Love down the street because he bad as hell. And I don't think she had the same purpose in my life, the same purpose of her kids being raised. She has some disrespectful children. Ain't got no home training.
Oh, I'm with you. I don't like ignorant Blacks. I don't. I turn my nose up real quick, like, oh God, this is ghetto.
Right. And I'm like, and it was sad. Hey, E Black. Hello. How you doing today?
Hello, Nita.
Hey, E Black, good to see you. Look at you growing your hair out and whatnot. I love it.
Again, yeah, I know.
What you say this conversation?
Hi, E.
And I think that's since you had my comment up for the last 15 minutes, I can't tell who the other person is. I think that's C.
That's TC.
Yeah, TC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. Y'all go ahead. Y'all was, you pro black, but you ain't pro black.
No, I mean, what is it with y'all black people? Because y'all kill me.
No, he said a joke, Andrea, because he's black, and he's like, y'all get this.
I'm telling y'all, I get mad when I hear y'all black people coming. Look, my parents are born and raised in North Carolina. Okay, I got a little accent, you know what I do. Okay, but y'all black people kill me. I feel like y'all are having to evolve because look, we live in the real world. I live in the real world. It's Asian down the street.
Let her land her plane.
It's this on the other corner. I'm in the real world. I'm just not all. It's not all black. If that was the case, I live in the hood. I don't want to live there. It's crime over there. They shooting and stabbing. No, thank you.
Andrea, he didn't mean that black. He meant him.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm done.
Wait. I did not mean that either.
I'm done.
That was shady. Okay. All right.
Okay. So
No, I mean, Andrea, I feel you 100%. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
and I feel like
I think we're not having a real conversation, and the real conversation is because I hear this from my black people. Okay, how do we progress? Okay, when a man decides he wants to go to a white school, I'll put it away. Deion Sanders is the perfect example for me because I'm still irritated by the black people who ain't got no.
Hi, Silky Black.
Okay, and the reason I say this, do you know Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson are at HB schools are black coaches are at their coaching now. Okay, so don't you know Deion paved the way for these black men? Okay, didn't have no motherfucking jobs because they got new jobs now with feed their families as teaching football at colleges. So what do you say?
Black men are teaching. They're teaching at HBCUs.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but the thing was, it was not okay for Deion Sanders to go over there to Colorado. I say, look, this my thing. I'm new. I'm new and black. Okay. What I say is, I want better. I don't want to be 1960 in the slave quarters no more. I want to be better. I want the right equipment. I want the best of the best. Why we gotta go ahead and suffer? I'm tired of suffering.
Black Andrea was so nice and calm, and you get up here and you trigger her.
I'm sorry, y'all. I see y'all was having a sisterhood conversation. I just wanted to link this to talk to Andrea since I haven't talked to her in a while. But
I'm just asking some questions on the eve of Martin Luther King. Y'all say it's changed. Okay, we don't change. We don't got progress. We don't got this, but we still got shootings. We still got poverty. We still got this. So what really have they changed when on the eve of the man's birthday? Yeah, we got better jobs. Some of us feeding our families good. We take care of our families.
Andrea,
but some of my other sisters and brothers are still ain't making it. Let's be honest and tell the truth. It's not.
Andrea,
so it ain't changed for them.
Technically, his birthday was on the 15th.
I know when his birthday is. My brother's birthday too. Tell me, we celebrate on Monday.
I cannot.
We celebrate on Monday. Okay, hey, Silky Black. I'm just saying, like we want my daughter's had a birthday. I mean, we want them to feel the same generation that we felt like when it's Martin Luther King. Do you know, I feel like some of these young people don't even celebrate his birthday. It's another holiday to them because they don't feel the same way as we do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't feel.
I wouldn't agree with that.
They are disconnected. They're disconnected. And I will tell you this: you ask yourself, when's the next leaders? When the last time we had a good leader like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, when we had them, when we have them, we don't have them. We can't even get ourselves to be one accord.
We do have leaders like that. We have Dr. Umar. We have Dr. Umar. We got
no.
But we no, seriously though, we had Barack Obama when he was in office. He was doing some making some great changes in our time
Mhm.
in the late 2000s. We got Barack Obama and some other black influential men.
We had Thurgood Marshall. We had what's the man right beside him too on the porch with Martin Luther King. I forgot what his name. He's passed away
Jesse
now.
Jackson.
No, it wasn't no Jesse Jackson. It was the
It
other
was
man.
Jesse
It
Jackson.
was Jesse Jackson. It was another black man too. I forgot what his name was. Okay, it was somebody else. I can't remember. He was in Congress. I don't
She
remember his
said
name.
ain't no damn Jesse Jackson.
No, I didn't say it like that. Excuse him. No, I just asked myself, where do we get the next leaders at?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the scope of the new Republican taking over the House. Y'all have to ask yourselves where we see us at. Where we see us at. You say look like us, be like us. Where we see us at.
Well, there was who was that one lady who was like reclaiming my time? Maxine Waters. We
Uh-huh.
still have her.
And we have a lot of
In the political world, we have her. We have the other young lady who be cussing everybody else out, who's a senator. I think she was Congresswoman.
yeah. Denise
What,
something.
what was her name? But we have those people, and their voices are being heard. They're making changes. We had Eric it was Eric Mays.
But the media doesn't push that stuff out, so we're not going to see it
Right,
unless you're connected and
right.
you are in certain circles and stuff. You're not going to see what happens behind the scenes. And what they say, the revolution will not be televised. I really believe
Hmm.
that's kind of happening right now and stuff. So we can't, just we can't give up. We just have to, keep believing, lifting each other up and supporting each other and stuff. And I really feel like there's going to be a day that Black Lives Matter. I mean, for like 3.5 seconds, it looked at like, oh my goodness, here, this is our time. And then it just like 3.5 seconds left and it was gone, but we can't always rely on a handout. We have to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, I mean, because it's for everybody but us.
I'm not saying that, but we don't like half of us don't like each other. Okay, let's be honest and tell the truth. We still fight with each other. We still arguing with each other. We still got black on black crime. We still got shooting in the hoods. We still got children dying before they even turn 25. Let's be honest and tell the truth. I'm in the streets. I see it.
So yeah, that's happening, but it's also happening in other communities as well. White on white crime is happening. It's not talked about enough. Like Green Beacon said, it's not televised like it like that. But there's killing happening. You can go to Google right now and see what the population rate is as far as crime is concerned. It's more happening with the whites than it is the blacks. You got more whites going up there shooting up school. When the last time you had a black person go up there and shoot up a school?
Right. They want us to see ourselves in a bad situation so we don't feel motivated to do more and stuff. It's like they want to show us what they want us to see about us, basically saying we ain't nothing. They only televise and show what how certain people are really like thriving. They never show us when we thrive. Remember that billionaire, he went to that black school and like paid off everybody's debt. I forgot his name. Remember that situation?
Who was it?
It was this black guy. He was a billionaire. And he's a black billionaire, and he went to one of the black colleges, and he paid everybody.
Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? That was on the news for like literally
2 seconds.
2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? But we don't see and it's nobody that really cares. It's like because it didn't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to televise that. They're not going to promote that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they promote it, then that might inspire other people to promote. I mean, there's athletes and stuff that do stuff behind the scenes. I'm from the Bay Area, and the Currys out here with the work, they've done a lot of community work, but you never hear about that. And I know there's other people with money that's doing stuff, but they will never put it out there. It's sad because
Hmm.
we don't get to see us helping each other.
His name was Robert Smith.
Yes,
So
Robert
Andrea,
Smith.
I get what you're saying, but I also feel like too that is what, because when I was growing up, that's all it was. That's all I thought I saw, or what was shown to me, that there's black on black crime, that black people never get along. There's people in Africa starving right now, and that's not. And that's what's been like ingrained into us, and so that's why we have this mindset of black people never get along. But black people do get along. Look at us right now. We are able to all sit on a platform and have a peaceful conversation about our different views and opinions.
Yes.
So unity is happening. It's just not being talked about enough.
Yes.
And I do agree our black people are getting along, because I have a community that I built in Sacramento, okay? And so I see the businesses and I see all that. But I'm just saying when I hear our people, and this is where it killed me when I say y'all black people killed me, it's what I hear when I hear we're on the YouTube, Instagram, we telling black people, oh no, he's been offered a good job, and yeah, it's at the white school, but no, he stayed at the black school. And I'm like, what? Who said that? Who did he owe? The family and him. He don't owe y'all shit. Y'all black people think we gotta give you my blood for me to help y'all. No, what if the athlete don't owe y'all shit? If he wants to help the community, he has to do it. He chose to do it. And that's what I was like, that's what the backwood is for me is. Because he said, look, we moving. Period.com. He didn't get to ask his wife or my mama, hey, I feel like this. She said, husband, I'm going with you wherever you move. Okay, so I'm just saying, when Dion said I'm moving to Colorado, black people saying, "Oh my God, he should stay at the HP school." Oh my God, he did them so wrong. When and where? He filled his contract.
Yeah, he should be able to go wherever he want to go, and so you still have those group of black people who feel like, dang, you are Uncle because you don't switch up on your people.
Yes!
But he.
And the thing that irritates me is I don't heard my own daddy been called Uncle Tom. My ex-husband been called Uncle Tom. For what? Because they standing on principle. Because they black don't mean that I got to bow down to you because you black.
Last time I seen Money Green.
Exactly.
Money talks.
And that's what like irritates me. Like and that would, like, when I went to home to North Carolina, when they said that the black water fountain, the black bathroom, I had rage in me. And my ex was like, baby, it's okay. I was like, I'm ready to go home. Because the rage in me is, I'm like, mama, how y'all did it? How y'all do it? I couldn't. I'm different. And maybe the progress is in me, because I know I couldn't do it. And when she told me I was Hollywood, I was like, Hollywood, Hollywood. And
you low key Hollywood.
I look at myself.
Yeah, Andrea, let's be honest, you are a little bit bougie.
A little bit bougie.
Yeah.
A little bit, just a little bit.
She told me I was Hollywood. I said Hollywood.
Bougie is an understatement.
I said, I'm not
Hollywood. Tell it.
Y'all, I am not bougie or Hollywood. Come on now.
We've traveled to different states. I can testify. Don't let me testify.
Listen, because this coming from somebody who was like, I don't share a room. I need to get me a suite. But okay, girl. Anyway, that's either here or there.
I am not Hollywood, girl. I have. Let me tell you something. I sure have been in the trenches. Okay, I've been in motels.
Oh my God!
I have. Okay, I am not. I'm not better. Look, what the things say? I'm not better. I ain't bougie. I'm just different. That's it. I'm adapting. Okay.
I guarantee you, Andrea has not spent a night in a Motel 6 in the last 20 years.
No, 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 no.
Negative. Who does? Who wants that?
Yeah. No. I'm saying I'm better
Oh
than that.
no.
Oh my God.
When I was 20, we didn't do a Motel 6.
I don't elevate it. I'm sorry. I'm not bougie. I'm just not. But I don't elevate it. I know I'm better than Motel 6.
Okay.
Give me the Marriott, the Hilton, the Embassy Suites. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just know my worth is.
Don't take her to Motel 6.
Shit.
Mhm.
What you saying?
The when?
It's like you elevate as a person, as a grown woman. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna be. I'm gonna be different now.
Mhm.
And 50 has made me say I don't give a fuck how you feel.
I mean, and as you should elevate as a person, and everybody should be able to elevate as a person. I mean, most people who have that type of mindset of they should have just stayed with the black people, they should have just stayed at the black school. Why he didn't do? Are mainly those type of people who don't want to see somebody else evolve. And not saying that because you go to a white school you will have evolved. But what I'm saying is that you
Right.
found better opportunities somewhere else, and that's
Yeah.
what happened for Deion Sanders, that he found a better opportunity somewhere else, and kudos to him. But you're not, again, because this type of mindset has been ingrained into us. It's always going to be that group of people that's going to say it's supposed to be pro-black and anti-white. Always, there's always going to be that group of people. And as long as you stay around those group of people, that's what you're going to continue to digest. Is that's why blacks are like this. But not all blacks are like that. But you still have to recognize that you do have those groups of blacks who still think like that. But also recognize that you have a whole other group of black people who are like, yeah, let's get this together. Now I'm not going to invite everybody to the cookout.
Mm-mm.
let's hold your horses. But also too, I know that it takes more than just black people to push the
Yes.
unity along.
And that's what killed me, because what I was always told, it was black people on white people, everybody on the marching lines. It was just not only blacks. They needed all of them to come together.
Yeah.
TC, I know you're quiet over there.
But we were. I mean, it's black people.
Oh no, we're breaking up.
You breaking up. A Black, what did you want to say? Because you came up here, you said you just want to see me. What did you want to say?
I just want to say, happy Martin Luther King birthday.
Mhm.
We're celebrating.
Yes.
And I hope everybody's doing well. That's really it. I just wanted to show my face because I know Nita's up here, and I just wanted to. Even though she's off camera, I know I can tell her inflection of her voice when she's being petty.
Affliction in my voice is wild.
I've known you enough. I've seen the clips. We've run the clips back. You're petty, so.
Dang, ain't even try to recognize my growth.
Nita has grown. She really has.
We Black, listen. You are okay with me. I like how you get down. I love your spunk and tenacity. You are okay with me.
Hey, see you back.
But no, I if I was to talk about the TikTok thing, I just find it interesting that we can be presented with the message of safety and a lot of other things in regards to the data handling with China, but for likes and approval and for clout, our president can then renege on that same thing. And it makes you wonder what else could be changed in America if enough attention, enough community can come behind a product.
Exactly.
Mhm.
If you can see, TikTok had power, so the people was saying we didn't want this to go away. So what all we can do, and I'm not saying nothing about fan base because I don't know about it yet, but I hope that app gets on the board and get it right and get the glitches right. On me, I'm gonna be over there on it because I'm not doing no more platforms because I'm tired. But I hope that's a black owned. I hope it get it together.
I agree. But like I said, what else could we do with the same amount of power and clout as a community? You know, I guess we just don't care about security. I guess we don't care about the data. I guess what's keeping the party going is more important than anything else. And I find it very interesting, and I hope everybody's paying attention. But like I said, it is what it is. I think we're gonna witness in the next 4 years. I hope everybody becomes more conscious and more woke. However, I don't believe so. So I'm just hoping that at this moment we take a moment to kind of look at this situation as a catalyst of individuals kind of becoming more aware of what's going on.
I hope they do. I'm
Andre, you don't care. You don't care.
I do. Look, I ain't gonna lie. I miss my TikTok. I want to be on my TikTok shop. As soon as I get out here, I'm gonna put stuff in my car. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Okay. So no, I didn't. Did I care about national security? Yes, I did. Okay, that's what I was concerned about. But if you can find American buyer, okay, I'm online. Hold on a minute.
Gotta love Andre.
Okay. If you could, they said if they could find an American buyer for the American TikTok, that they're trying to negotiate that. So I don't see nothing wrong
What
with
if they
that.
don't?
We say then we only got 90 days to have more fun on TikTok. Okay, I'm making the best out of my 90 days then.
What if they don't?
Like I said, if Donald Trump cannot negotiate and get them to sell the American part to the American people, then we only got 90 days to reapprove, and that means you better work your butt off to get your stuff off TikTok.
What if they don't? What if they say "F you"? We're not doing that.
Well, then we won't have TikTok because they said it's a national security. And see, this what I find funny, the person who wanted to ban this is gonna be in office tomorrow.
Yeah. And thanks
know
to him, we
what?
still got it.
To answer your question, E Black, if they ban TikTok for real, in hindsight, it's good that it happened because it also pushed people who make money off of TikTok. It pushed them to say, you know what, this is not my only stream of income. Which as a business owner, it shouldn't be your only stream of income anyway. But this also helped open people up to other means of creativity and learning how to do things and not to depend on an app. You have other platforms that you can use, especially for those who sell like products and stuff like that, or whatever other skill that you have, you can utilize that skill and don't have to rely on TikTok to do it. So in hindsight, it's kind of good that it happened. So if it does crash or if it does get banned for real, you know what? I've already made plans to do something else on the side. I'm already working on something else anyway.
Uh-huh. I think, look, I'm about to start an OnlyFans account.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Me too. Me too.
Okay. Y'all are crazy.
But not for that though.
Okay.
I mean, OnlyFans don't mean just sex.
I know.
You know, and it's popping. Ain't nobody threatening to shut down OnlyFans, which you would think they would, since America is so want to preserve its purity. You would think that OnlyFans would be shut down, but no, they shut down TikTok.
They shut down
What
TikTok.
sense does that make?
I really believe because people was making money over there. Okay, that's what I really believe. That's why they shut it down to control.
Oh, absolutely. But I feel like it's more to it because I mean they're also making money on OnlyFans. And how many times have you heard people misuse quote unquote OnlyFans in certain ways, and it hasn't gotten shut down yet? But TikTok, what's so special about TikTok that you want to shut it down? And because people making millions on OnlyFans, and that's why I was like, at this point, I'm finna get an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Millions for just showing their feet
facts.
on OnlyFans.
Well,
So what's so special about TikTok that we have to shut it down?
control. It's
I'll show my
control.
feet.
What did Janet Jackson say? Control. It's control. Control.
Yeah,
Because
you're right. You're right, Andrea. I think it is control.
Mark Zuckerman say he be looking at some of his rules on Facebook and Instagram. It's control.
Mhm.
We ain't China, but they show is putting measures in to control what we see, what we hear, what we even hear. But the kids hear now. Come on now.
Now, speaking about control, don't you think it's kind of weird that Elon Musk owns one of the largest social media platforms and is currently in office?
Well, I mean, can he be in office and still own that kind of media like that?
I mean, he kind of just purchased it after the fact that somebody lost the election.
So are we saying we're not telling the truth about other things?
I'm just saying, like I said, I think we're gonna see in the next four years the most distributed. I'm just gonna say it's a lot of stuff going on in the background with a lot of rich folks, and I'm just hoping that the middle class get looked after, because I see a lot of games being played, and I understand people may not be privy to it or not like as woke as me, but to me it looks like a shit show. It's a lot of money going around, and I don't see people like us getting the better end of the stick. I see a lot of older people, a lot of other people being held, getting their little
absolutely.
palms.
But don't you think fires? I mean, when the fires was, that was a whole black community of houses that them people own.
I wouldn't say black, but
it wasn't black.
No, it was black.
It
It
was-
was a city called Altadena.
it wasn't black.
Altadena had a majority black people ownership of houses. That's a fact.
I think it's okay. I can understand where you're coming from, but I wouldn't say black.
Let's see.
Okay, what would you say? Minority then?
I would say a diverse
A
community.
diversity. Okay.
A very historic, diverse community. I wouldn't say black.
Okay.
But I understand where you guys are coming from. Nobody calls the Valley, that area of LA, black.
Oh, okay. Well, diversity then.
The Palisades is it's diverse, but it's not black.
Okay. It's a headline. That's a clickbait, baby.
A little bit. That's real. You want to go to the actual facts?
I'm telling you, that's a clickbait. Okay. they put them things in there so they could say it was mostly black. No, it was the diverse community.
Yeah,
but yes, there are a lot of black people own houses in that community. Yes, they did.
Yeah, a lot of black people did. Yes.
But
I wouldn't call it black. And I'm pretty sure black people in that area wouldn't call it black either.
It says right here, as of 2024, 81% of black residents in Altadena own their homes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they all burned down.
Yeah. 81% of what percentage of the people of that community?
It's digging real deep.
So if 5 people of black people moved into that neighborhood, 4 people own their houses. That doesn't make it a black community. Like,
okay,
it just means majority of black people that did live there did own their homes.
So it's saying the city was 50,000 people. 22% were black.
So that's a black community.
I mean, this is California. We ain't talking about down south. So yeah, that's a black community.
22% is not a lot.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
a lot.
but we talking about California. Like the percentage of black people only like 10% out here. So that's kind of high.
For California, I you know what, I can meet you in the middle and say yes, that's high for
Alabama,
California,
80%. You know what I
but
mean?
not necessarily a black community.
No, we're not gonna go with that. But I understand the argument, but there's places in Sacramento that are like 50-80%.
Sacramento.
In Sacramento.
I live in. I don't know.
There are black communities in Sacramento. There's black communities in San
I don't
Francisco.
know about 22%.
There's black. Nobody,
Exactly.
that would be like saying in San Francisco, 22% of
it's for
Hunter's
sure.
Point is black, and that's just not factual.
In
We
San
know
Francisco,
we know what a black community looks like, and when we talk about black community, we talk about overwhelmingly owned by black individuals or residents of black. But I get your point.
No, I'm trying to figure out what city in California is like. What you like? What city is?
Did we say city or neighborhoods?
Neighborhoods. Who say neighborhoods?
Okay, well, you can say neighborhood. In California, it's probably like San Francisco is for sure not one of them. It's super gentrified. Majority of people in San Francisco, Asian, white, Mexican. It's little, small, tiny black populations in the projects. But that's about it.
I wouldn't say projects, but
yes, 100%. Hunters Point is projects.
Hunters Point is not projects. Hunters Point represents like a 3 square mile area. And depending on like what you consider Hunters Point, like if you're going off the old 80s map or if you're going off the new map, but I get what you're saying.
I don't know what Hunters Point means. I'm not
Hunters
gonna
Point
even.
is in San Francisco. It's one of the most historic projects in San Francisco. From what I know,
there is no place in San Francisco called. There's no Hunters Point projects. There's either Hunters Point the community.
No, E-Black, no, you need to stop lying because you know
been
it's
there.
a project.
You
act like
I'm gonna look it. I gotta look
you
that
act
up.
like the projects. Come on, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Look, that's the hood.
They got houses in. They have houses in Hunters Point, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Right. He's not lying. It is a neighborhood. No, he's not lying.
Okay, so they put the projects back right beside the nice neighborhood.
In that neighborhood.
Okay.
I don't know about if it's a nice neighborhood. But...
Kelly says the hood.
No, it is.
Ooh, damn.
Kelly said it's the hood. So
it says there are many projects in Hunters Point, San Francisco, California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are
4. That's what they're saying.
And you wonder why they put the project right beside them nice houses. Them houses when they was nice. You ask yourself that. Why?
No, I got one question for everybody. Why is the black community in California been shrinking for so long?
What?
You heard what I said? It's been shrinking. The black community in California, the population has went from like in the 1960s and 70s, LA was predominantly black to now it's tiny.
They selling their houses and moving to Atlanta.
Right, this is the cost of living is what's making them shrink. They move into Georgia, they move into Texas, and they move into North Carolina. It costs too much to stay in California.
Yeah,
it does.
Oh wow!
I mean, if your parents bought the house for $150,000 and now they can sell it for $1.5 million and move to Atlanta, I think anybody knows what's going on.
What's so good about Atlanta? Oh, I never.
Everything is good about Atlanta.
Right, it's black in Atlanta.
It's black as fuck in Atlanta.
It's black in Atlanta. You get support in Atlanta. You get land in Atlanta. You don't have land in California. You don't.
You're gonna get a house and then that's gonna be damn it.
And we're not even gonna talk about taxes. Shit, paying $20,000 a year in taxes, $40,000 a year in taxes on a 1 million house, man. Nah, man.
Son, I think you need to travel. You need to go out there and see what else is out there.
I've been around
California.
I've never been to Atlanta. I've been to Savannah, all the little surrounding cities. I just never been to Atlanta.
Oh, go to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, go to Atlanta. Go see what it's about. Just visit. And be open-minded when you go.
Everybody's black.
Yeah, he's very open-minded. That's my son.
I believe it. I believe it. But I really feel like a part of you really wants to go. That's why you're asking. So you need to go. You need to go.
Everything is black. It's like going to Oakland, but
Yes.
everybody is more richer. in
Yes, yes. I'm not gonna lie. When me and my friend Kim, we went to Atlanta. Our friends visit. We went on a cruise, and they say, "Hey, y'all come to Atlanta. Y'all come visit." We went to Applebee's. We had to go to the damn bathroom. I said, "Hey, girl, it's too many black people in here." I said, "She said I feel the same way." It was like we had to go to the bathroom real quick to get that shake off real quick and say it's our people. We could, but it was like we ain't never seen that many black people in the Applebee's.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's what you want, though.
It's shock. It's a shock for you.
It's not. It's not.
You don't understand.
Look, I've been around plenty of black folks. I've been in North Carolina around all your family, nothing but black folks.
I know, but it was like
It's
I
different.
it was different when you went.
It's
Oh,
different.
I've traveled.
Okay.
I've traveled to Atlanta. Okay, without mommy and daddy either.
Okay.
So I'm grown now. So I'm just saying.
We talking about like black people with money,
Yes.
not like little money, but money.
Mhm.
Everybody in Atlanta having money.
Not everybody, but you gonna see the money.
Like I said, it can't be too much. Like, come on now.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right. You know what? You're right. Everybody in America is po. You're right.
That's right. It's majority.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm just saying though. It's some. I believe it though. I believe that.
We
Atlanta is
broke, baby. We broke, baby.
prosperous.
It's
I
prosperous
believe
there.
it. Not believe it.
Yeah, you make your way. You don't get a good job and that's some kind of stuff. But it's good stuff there. No,
When you see parts of Atlanta where you see 6-bedroom houses, black owned, another
Yes.
6-bedroom house, black owned, the whole neighborhood, black home, and these houses are mansions,
Yes.
all black owned, no drug usage, no, it's just blackity black.
Yes.
What did you just say?
Black owned.
Black owned, no drug use, but it's got to be crime in Atlanta. It's a lot of crime.
No, man.
And some of them,
Do your research, baby.
Don't they
Buckhead,
got different sides of it? Ain't it like certain
Buckhead,
spots,
Buckhead
like-
ain't got no crime because the people ain't living couple in their neighborhood. No, that's not.
But you see the disparity. Like, okay, you can see middle class black, you can see lower class black, but when you see upper class black, it's a difference. You be like, damn, they got money.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's Atlanta is a very unique place in America. Like it's a very unique place. So
It's the only place you can go that you can just see your people like they are living the life better than California.
Whoa.
Yes.
you'll see it in certain.
Why you think Nene, Candy, all of them stay in Atlanta? Because they said you can't even get a nice house in California. They got a mansion that you can get in Atlanta that they paying all that money in California for. I'm just saying.
You're right though, but in California, you paying for this beautiful place, this weather. There ain't no weather better than this. I know for a fact Georgia weather ain't close. That shit is crazy. I've been out there. It's raining one moment, then it's hot the next moment. That shit is crazy.
Well, Florida too.
Florida's worse. So that's the part you got to. It's pros and cons, though. I understand it.
All right, now not too much on Florida. Now chill out.
Now Florida, that's a hellhole right there.
Now chill out on Florida. Chill out on Florida. Okay.
In Florida,
Okay. We talking about Atlanta and California. Chill out on
We're
Florida.
not gonna talk about Jacksonville. Woo!
Let's stay on topic. Okay, we're talking about California and Georgia.
But California, LA, they did that on purpose. They burnt them houses down so all the super Elon Musk and the elite people can come buy it back up and gentrify it.
Oh Lord.
That's what I believe.
Now, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I had recently came to California and it's dry. It is so dry out there.
We don't get enough water.
It is dry. And I'm telling you, it's a thing. Like I live in Texas now, and there's certain things with foliage, and I'm like, damn, all these hills are dry.
Right.
They're dry, and it's not healthy. It's literally turning to a desert before our eyes. So I think I really believe it's more than just like this is something that's natural with human made impact, but it is very dry. When I tell you it's not natural to see hills that are brown with foliage
Right.
like that. And then you have humans with combustible engines, cigarettes, weed smoke,
Everything.
firecrackers, all
Right.
of this stuff. And then you think that it's just not natural. And then these houses are built, they're built by wood. There's
Right.
nothing that's gonna stop it.
Easy to burn.
And Derek, you don't live here. You don't know. You act
So
like
I'll take my chances.
in
Reno,
Reno,
no
yeah.
need. No, Reno, good too. I'm thinking about moving there. It's nice out there.
yes,
Reno, hell, I would never live in Reno a day of my life.
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for like a little low key city where it's okay, like we live in Sacramento, it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of traffic, a lot of crime, a lot of everything going on in Sacramento.
Yeah.
You go to a smaller town, a smaller town here in California, it's no traffic. You know what I mean? You can get to where you need to go in 5-10 minutes. In Sacramento, to get across the town, it take 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
I would rather move to
You
Modesto.
better not be on traffic rush
You
hour.
said Modesto?
I would rather move to Modesto than Reno.
What's the difference?
Modesto. Ain't nobody moving to no
Yeah,
damn
Modesto
Modesto.
and Reno, the same thing. It ain't nothing going on out there.
Nobody moving to Modesto. I live in Modesto.
I would rather.
The cool life. You ain't got to get in nothing. Some people like the low key life. Everybody don't want to go to clubs.
Somebody
and
checked
stuff
me
like
and
that.
said, "It ain't nothing to do with Sacramento." I said, "Where you at? Where you at? We got that new arena downtown where they don't push all the homeless out." Okay, where you at?
Yeah, it depends.
The only thing good in Reno is hot August nights.
Mm.
Only thing I like about Nevada for real is you can go up there and mess with the snow.
Yeah.
That's it.
The
Yeah,
snow
but
bunnies.
the thing is,
In the wintertime.
the thing is, I love
Oh.
California because I don't like the weather. I don't
Not
like.
snow bunnies.
What he say?
What'd you say?
What is
He
it?
likes the snow bunnies.
No.
I heard that.
Black over here. Okay, we like black sisters. We
No,
black.
wait. I thought you was
I
like.
ain't too fond of the pale skin.
Okay,
I thought y'all was all inclusive. Okay, I get
we
it.
are inclusive. But inclusive don't mean that like we all like we want everybody. That
Oh, I don't know who told you all that.
inclusive mean that we can still love our people too. Okay.
Okay, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
I got one more question since we're on the topic. Why is it that so many successful black men date white women?
Mm.
Can I get an answer?
That is a black man's answer.
That's how I'm
Black men come in.
Why?
Well,
Crickets.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but I think it's just more or less about access. Once you're able
oh
to,
my
have-
God, I hate it.
Once-
I think it's
once you're hold on, time out.
Okay.
Once you're able to own a car and to move around, you're able to access different types of people from different backgrounds. When you're community based dating, then you're dating within your community. Therefore, you're more than likely to date a black person. If you're able to move around and be mobile, you're able to view more different cultures and different lifestyles, and you have access to different people. And those people are more interested in you also.
They're more interested or more fetishized?
Mm.
I don't know. Look.
You know what?
I don't
I
dabble in this
will-
know that much.
I will go on a limb and say this when you talk about property, because again, going back to what I said earlier, the DNA, going back to what's been ingrained in us all the way back then, going back to slavery, when you got with it was forbidden to get with the slave master's daughter. But the
Right.
slave master's daughter was always wanting to get with one of ours because they were strong and good looking and all of that good stuff. And so once that black man got that got that white woman, it was like, ooh, you somebody now because you got you a white woman. And that has been the thing that's been repeated throughout history. And so to your point, a little bit, E-Black, it's about ownership, property. And some men, I'm not saying all black men, some black men still look at white women as property. But then you have those other ones, like you said too, E-Black, where it talks about when you're talking about having the means to travel and experiencing different cultures. Because not only do they get white women, but they get Asian women, they get Filipino women, they get Vietnamese women. They get people from Venezuela. Like it just depends on
Where they at?
where they at.
Yep. Where they at?
Okay.
That's what I think.
But
I'm not a black man.
but black men do marry black women
At a higher rate.
at a higher rate.
It's just the successful ones is the one that you see going the other way.
No,
Yes.
that's not true. No, that is not
That's
true.
what they show. That's what they
That's
show.
what they show. That's what they show.
That's the narrative they paint.
That's the narrative
Well,
they paint.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they show a lot of things. We don't care about them and what they show. We know that the successful.
Black men, successful black men, got a black woman on their arm.
How successful are we talking?
Successful ones, the ones who are in the White House, the ones who are in the Congress, the ones who are in the doctor, the ones who are in the go to law school. They're successful black men. And that success mean what success mean to you might not be success to that person.
So you saying the successful, not the famous?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And so my definition of successful black marriages and things of that nature are, men and women who have been together, and they're not always the Kobe's and all. Because see, I hear, and I've been listening for a minute. I hear this constant, like us creating our standard based on these so-called entertainers and sports figures, when it was the opposite. When I was growing up, those people weren't the standard. They were like, wow, okay. They were just, I don't want to say they were stupid, but we considered them to be like jocks. That's it. Like after a while they would like go home, and then they wouldn't necessarily add to the move. They wouldn't add to it. Muhammad Ali was probably the one, Jackie Robinson was another. They added to, and there were several others that added as well, but we didn't use them as a standard. They came to the people who were doing the community work. So there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here who are doing community work, who are married. They may work for Verizon. They sit in the corporate sectors. They sit in community sectors. There's a lot of black men who the Call Me Mr. program, where there's a lot of black men who are working in education and doing the doggone thing, and they're professors and they have wives, and I consider them to be the ones that are successful.
Okay,
I agree.
That's a good point.
I mean, and both of them together could be making 200 plus. But the bottom line is that Kobe, he's an he was very talented.
Who basing they think on Kobe Bryant? Ain't nobody basing that on them.
No. I didn't say him. I'm mentioning him as a person that, like, he's in a particular income bracket. Okay. I see him, but like Umar Johnson always says, and I'm gonna quote Umar here. If we have to keep our money in the currency in the community.
100%.
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna go back to that point, because yes, we have to keep our money in the community, but Kobe still chose a woman was not colored.
That's why he was saying. That's why Dr. Umar said that.
Like that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Right. So I'm saying that I see brothers and sisters who are, they married, make 200, maybe 150 between the two, and they have their families, and they're going, and they're here and there, and they're doing the community. They do their civic thing, they do their benevolent thing, and they add to, and they're doing their stuff in their churches or mosques or whatever it is they do. But then I see these other people, like Umar says, and they take their money out. They're going to be taking their money out of the community when they marry, or when they partner up with other people.
Okay, well, go to 2025. You got another couple named Travis Hunter and his girlfriend. Yeah. Okay, so she says she black, but I don't know about that. But he about to marry her.
I mean, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them that are gonna do a lot of things. I'm sure. I mean, I can't keep up with every last one of them because I don't follow it like that. But I'm just saying that when Umar says, I'm talking about from a systematic perspective, that when we have our people who marry outside, what happens is that that money also moves outside, and it never ever comes back into our community. So and that's what I'm saying. That's why my success are those people who are the middle class working folks, working men, working women, who are doing the doggone thing. Because one thing for certain and two for sure, their money, if we do the math, they're gonna work for what, 20 years, right? Or they're gonna work for however many years. When you're in the sports arena, whatever, that may not necessarily happen, because anything can happen to you. So, I put my bet on those middle class working black men, black women, and those brothers and sisters who I have seen and they still around, who stay with their ladies and they keep the money in the community.
I agree, but yeah, y'all like this, we had a whole different new generation now. So I mean, they feel like we ain't good enough.
That's not the case.
They who said it's not good enough.
I'm just saying.
I don't think that's the case. I think a lot of people. I think in our generation, this younger generation. Don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way. But older folks, they just a little more racist than us. This younger generation, they don't look at color as much. I'm not saying it's not there. It's not
right.
It's not the same. We're not going to look at
cap. And we know that's cap. Come
on.
We know that, brother. When we go to a job, right? And we know that Mary got that job. She's a supervisor, the lead supervisor, not because she's the smartest, not because she's the brightest. It's because Mary knows Lucille. Lucille knows Michael. Michael knows Johnny. These are all. Wait a second. We know that this is a fact of our life. Nepotism and basically, it's not even about skill. It's about familiarity. Who can control? It's not about quality. It's not about the skill. We go to these jobs and we know we're looking at them. She's not the smartest person in the room. She doesn't know the job, but because she is able to have this white privilege of supposedly helping or controlling other individuals, and because she has a familiarity with another individual who's also white, they have preference. It is all about race. It's just now we're just basically saying we're not going to say it because we don't want to look like the nigga that's complaining.
Right. No, I hear you.
Okay. I like that. The nigga that's not complaining. Right. Okay. Right. I agree with you.
They don't want the nigga that's complaining. I understand that. But then a certain part of me thinks, why do we need their jobs? Why do we got like black cities like Atlanta? Like, why can't we have most cities like that? Why we can't have most businesses that's black? All I'm saying is, this is what I think. I got a different type of thought about this. I honestly think, and this might sound ignorant because I'm younger and I wouldn't grow up around them times, but I think that desegregation was the worst thing to happen to the black community. Listen, before you cut me. Listen. Because once you did that, you took all of the black everything, and now they have a hand in your pocket, 100%. Now we go spend our money everywhere else that's not black, unless you live in a black city.
See, and then
even in a
before I finish, I'm not done talking. Okay. All I'm saying is we strong enough. We don't need the white people. We could build our own communities, build our own everything. We just gotta focus on. That's my belief.
But let me ask you this: what do you consider a black community? Because like I live in a city that's 46% black. There's only like 30% white, and then the rest make up of majority Mexican. It's technically a black city. It's still a thriving city. It has this black side, it has this white side, it has this upper class, it has a lower class. You still wouldn't consider this city. Only time we consider a black city is when it's decrepit and it's been ran down, or when other influences want the resources within it. So I think it's just the narrative that we spit that okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Sacramento has 250,000 black people living in it.
We have a decent black population for sure.
Yes.
That is larger than probably 80% of every city in America. Why is it that we cannot consider that a good success story of the African American population versus saying, oh, it's a white city? You know why? Because saying that makes us look good. Saying that, hey, there are black communities that are successful. There are black communities that have a higher population within a given area, and they're successful. Atlanta is not the only city that has a lot of black people in it. There's a lot of black cities in the South that are very good and they're successful, but we don't give them credit for being black cities because we always look at the political range and say, oh, it's only because white people are giving us this, rather than saying black people are earning it, we're thriving, we're making businesses. I went to Columbia, South Carolina, another black city. But
Very
they
much.
don't consider it a black city because it's so successful.
So,
And
so basically, what you're saying is there are black cities
And that's
that thriving,
they can't.
but they're not saying they're not saying they're black cities thriving.
Yes.
Not giving them the credit.
Yeah.
Because what happens with us is that instead of us doing the
You went out, TZ.
commentary on our own cities, create.
You might have to come back, TC. Come back, because you're going in and out. TC.
Oh, then it sounded like she was gonna say something good too.
Yeah, yes. That's what I was saying. I was waiting for her to come back.
Now,
but like
am I still? Am I there?
Yeah, you hear?
Am I still there?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
But what I'm saying is not only is it a black city, but it's deep pockets black city, and it's very very deep pockets society black city. Now, oftentimes, depending on the lens in which people are looking, they may not see it as such. But when you're inside, on the inside of the inside, and you're sitting at certain tables, you will learn who's running X, Y, and Z, the airports. You will learn who's running the port, where stuff is going in and out. You dig what I'm saying? And if we look at Wire, the Wire, if anybody saw Wire, you would understand that we will have to own those ports.
For sure.
For sure.
And
Andrea,
absolutely right. Because if you go to places like Jamaica, it's black everything in Jamaica, and they had to fight for that.
Right.
They had to literally revolt.
Right.
And let me give you an example of Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas is 2.2 million people. It's I think a quarter or a third black. So that means it's damn near 600, 700, 800,000 black people living there. We don't consider the success of Houston, Texas to black people. But there's so many black people there. It's like, come on, guys. At some point, we have to change our mindset of what is actually considered success in America, because I can name you a large amount of white cities in North Dakota, in South Dakota, in Colorado, in Oregon, in Washington,
Montana,
below poverty rate, below educational level, crime, all that stuff. And nobody bats an eye. And that's what I'm saying. We beat ourselves down. Sometimes we need to acknowledge the best of ourselves,
right?
Instead of just saying, hey, we ain't shit. It's like, no, we ain't shit. And we might not be shit in certain areas, but we're gaining. And I tell people all the time, we are the richest black people in the history of this world.
What was that? What was that? That Instagram you showed me. You said we have 1.2 trillion.
Oh, the spending power that we have. We have like some of the highest. It's like higher than countries.
Yes.
There is no black community in the history of this world that is more educated, more enriched in terms of GDP than any history. You are not going to find a greater group of African Americans. Sometimes we need to pat ourselves in the back and say, you know what? But how can we better commune with each other and better make each other like enriched than the way that we're doing? Because the way that we're doing, we do not feel that we're doing it at the right rate.
Do you think we are?
I think we're getting better at it, but I think the game is different. I think it's just like if you was to compare it to basketball, and basketball in the 80s was rough and tough and very structured. We're in a different game, so we have to adjust to the new game.
We don't know how to adapt good enough.
And that's the thing. I think that in terms of what today's African Americans have to do, we have to address the new game rather than trying to make the old game
work.
And that's where I see it. I think we're still I still give us a pat on the back and say, yeah, hey, more black owners, more black businesses, more
black millionaires.
Yeah. I think we have a lot more resources and we have more access to banks. We did not have access to banking until the 70s.
Wow.
Right.
We did not have access to capital and venture capitalism until the 70s. Like we did not, like people talk about America. America really did not get started until the Civil Rights Acts.
Right.
We did until they said, hey, you cannot prevent a black person from getting access to this and they can vote equally as every individual. There was no that is not the true America. The true America started at that moment.
Right.
So let's tell the secret. Let's really deal with the elephant in the room. So I agree with what you're saying, brother, and your points are amazing. I'm with you 100%. Let me 99%. Let me just say this 1%. We have a lot of light, bright black people in our families, even to this day, and light, bright black people back in the day who passed for Caucasian because Caucasians weren't smart enough. They didn't get it. So we had them and they were the front people. And we had black people who were light, bright, octoroons, macaroni salad, whatever you want to call it, who were owning and operating businesses and chartering counties and chartering and had their names in places where black folk weren't supposed to because white folks did not know that they were what? They didn't know that they didn't know that they were black. They thought that okay, and we had a lot of black people who were fronting for a long time, acting like they was white, and getting some things done, and then passing it down, and then passing it down, and then passing it down, and then all of a sudden it got passed down to someone a little browner, and then someone a little brown, and then somebody black as hell, then Africa, all that stuff. So what I'm trying to say to you is that there are, and there were some times, and there was a period in our history where black folks were owning and operating and had some stuff, and they were owning and operating plantations. Even they didn't even know that they were white, but they had to go in and act like they were. Okay, sometimes some things were very strategic. No way in this world would we have been able to overcome in so many different instances had we not had them light brights inside that knew where master was going, knew what time master went to sleep, knew he was drinking, knew he was drunk, knew he was getting ready to go to another city somewhere in the south, and then we then in the field folk would start acting up. You dig what I'm saying? And we would handle and we would try to do what we got to do, and so we had to own and say we had some people, we had a little strategy going on. And some things, yes, sometimes some of them think they was better and we had to get rid of them. We know all that. Okay, we got that. We got that. That comes with the territory. With the territory. It does. It comes with the territory. But yes, 99%, brother, like you said, we got a new game now. But I just want to say that we got some light bright sisters and brothers who on the inside, they blacker than the blackest midnight. They more Zulu then they put the Z in the Zulu. You dig what I'm saying? And things of that nature. So yeah, we have a lot going on. You understand? So we got a lot going on. We just got to know who's going to play what role.
Right. You guys, thank y'all for having this conversation. But I'm about to get out because I've been on here a couple hours now. Okay. And my son joined this conversation. My son, Quentin Lynch.
Quinn Lynch. I'm gonna be on here more than often.
This is my baby right here, but he's
What's
still
up,
young.
buddy? What's going on?
And nowadays,
Dig
you know,
it.
white brights.
Shout out to your son.
You know, we call them
What?
beige niggas.
Oh God.
Beige. What's a new name for them? Beige niggas.
Okay, Lord have mercy.
You said what?
Bye.
Yeah, we all play the role. Look.
Oh Lord. But I thank y'all for joining me. I thank y'all for having this conversation. Thank you, E Black. Thank you, Shanita.
I think
Mama
you needed.
Goddess.
I just felt that you needed some masculine energy around, and I
Yeah.
had to get on. You know.
You know what, E Black? It was very good to have an intellectual conversation with you. I truly appreciate this conversation.
Mhm.
That's a good
Okay,
piece.
we're gonna get back on that fuck shit though, right?
Oh Lord. You know what? I'm out. See you later, Andre. I'm out.
Peace,
Bye.
peace. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
For joining me. Okay, y'all. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Green Vegan. Help me fix my channel. I love you, Mama Goddess. I can't wait to see you back on
I love you back.
TikTok.
TikTok. Hey.
The question, Shanita. If you don't mind, if you don't mind me asking and being a little nosy,
Mm-hmm.
how much was your first check on TikTok?
If I say that, people won't be in my pocket, so I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Okay, was it a little number, like a okay number when you got your first reel, your first video? Like I don't know how they pay, so that's why I was asking. I ain't trying to be nosy, anything.
I've made, let's just say, more than 500.
Okay. So it's a good because they say I can get monetized over there now, so that's why I was asking because I'm excited to do that, so that's why I was asking.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll try to get monetized over there, girl.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, I love you. Thank you for coming and having this conversation. Thank you,
I
Derek.
love you back.
Can't wait to see y'all around. Okay.
All right, later.
Okay. Bye. You know what? It's been on TikTok. I'm glad it's back. I love everybody who had this conversation, who came and listened to my live. I'm about to get off because I'm spending time with my grandson because he's asking, Grandmama, can I come out the room now? Grandmama, can I come out the room now? So I'm going to spend some time with him. Y'all have a lovely evening, okay? I might be back tomorrow. I don't know. I'm trying to give y'all 3 days a week on the live, but I'll see. I was suffering from strep throat. I had strep throat, me and my daughter. So I'm trying to get better with that too. So y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye.